taken out the man 3 from the previous round. Wizard still just in a very prolonged fight there, but Muzi finds the swing onto Crit J. Wizard's able to get some support. The pair of them head down towards a basement that is otherwise still far from open. The breaks above mean that you assume it's going to get tricked pretty much instantly. Lycolis doesn't feel confident enough to go for the break, and fair enough, because, well, look who's gone, the Buck. That vertical control that you've sort of always classically had on this site, and this take is no longer viable. Instead, it's going to have to turn into a firefight to win it out. Oh, and there's it.
Great one coming in from BG. An important kill as well, as that allows you to start taking up some vertical space out here. You can start manipulating that hatch into your own way and cut the corners, and BG does exactly that. Manipulates the hatch into a kill onto Pio. 3 on 3. Suddenly, it doesn't really matter anymore that those 2 opening kills went to the way of NIP. The main wall gets opened up as well. They have the hatch under control, which means there's only 2 real positions where players can be crucial to actually stop this plan from Lycolis from happening. It's going to be around the yellow stairs where Wizard is playing, and Muzi's position where he can just swing open the double door. So that's where the next pressure needs to come down from, is Lycolis' position where he can just swing open the double door. So that's where the next pressure needs to come down from, as Lycolis goes down by Muzi, just scalded out. As we find ourselves in a 2 on 3 with stunts coming down, it is looking good for NIP, but there's still an opportunity for Fury to bring this back.
They've got themselves 40 seconds, though. That risk of time, it's a conversation we've had many, many times against NIP, and now the favor is in their favor.
I'm very
BG man, the rotate back round, but obviously without the hard breach and without the soft, you've only really got to play into what you have here, which is the single break and a kit so dangerously isolated. A teammate, I9, is just watching from the hatch itself. They're trying to force the players to swing, and then they can take them out, get themselves an even game, and suddenly they can go for the drop, but they are not handing them a fight. BG Man's been able to slip his way in towards the site itself. Might not know about the player that could swing here. It's Wizard. Gets the take onto the planner. They can just watch for the remaining drop of I9. However,
yesterday,
they refuse it. They're able to fly their way on.
And the thing that blows everyone's mind is, as I said, like the win rates on the teams, because it's like the highest defender win rate is currently held by Wolves at 80%, and the highest attacker win rate is currently held
lost
by
right over the G2 game. I just saw G2.
They lost that one, right?
60%.
They did.
Was that the only loss they had?
They did lose it.
So
that was the loss.
It's
3
insane. Like,
I actually went looking for it to find the loss. I just straight up lied to you. I lied to the room. I lied to myself.
But at least you apologize for it now.
I
So
apologize.
it's
Stand up to my mistakes, as far and few as they are in between. They only won 3 of their sort of defenses, 1 attack when they got to that second half.
I posted it on my
So they currently matched their attacking record in that game that they lost
anyone's
at a
interested
major.
in checking out specifically the group statistics, I'll be making another document.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody.
It's okay.
I'm so
I
sorry.
forgive you. I am pretty
that'll
sure.
be updated as the days go on.
I doubt it. There's already
It'll
threads
be
on
updated
Reddit.
sort of day by day rather than
What a
like
piece.
game by game,
NIP,
because
they
it's
have
a bit annoying to
a
update
good
game
sort
by
of
game.
stalwart hold on that.
especially considering I'm
The
doing
top
it
floor
myself.
play and the attempt to win their ones did
but
not quite
it'll be
work
updated
out.
day by
Now
day,
they're going to have to go for
and
something
you'll see, like,
a little bit less
probably
sort of
at some
heck
point
to it
by the
than
end of the
middle
night,
floor
I'll
hold. They're
have
not
a
going to
post on
rotate
Twitter
their way
that
back towards
shows
the top floor, I don't think.
the
Because,
actual full tournament statistics
Yeah,
so
at least.
far.
oh, yeah.
But
You know.
yeah,
There's no one
we've only
currently
got
on
group
the
stage,
site
but it's
itself.
still
The site is
pretty bang on.
empty entirely. Now, there is a lot of vertical you need to take clear of here.
Yep.
Okay, Psycho has rotated his way back into site as the Solace. They have the hatch to drop down, so they can get the read in. And now they're starting to return to it. But I was very curious, because I saw Fury start to run towards that immediate window.
It's like we can just
was like-
technically go in.
Yeah, I was like, how's this going to go?
Especially because there was no one playing on this one doorway. If there was a drone out there, we could have seen a very early plan to go through. That's for sure. Now, Fury did actually make a slight mistake in that last round. They weren't aware of
Like me.
Wizard's position. They didn't drone him out, so he was just playing out there. That's eventually why that round fell apart when it was a 2v3 post-plan situation. So, they need to be better on the utility and information game right now. Well, that's why they're using the E1Ds. That's why they're using the Candelas to get it with the Boogie. They're trying to get themselves in as Dark digs in deep, but he is blinded. And, if he would have committed, he would have probably been able to get the kill instead. But now it's
I also
that
took the
fall
time
by
to
the hands of
go on
NIP.
to
I mean, a great
CGG
watch
and get the
there, either
screenshots of
side.
the
They
actual
sort of
player and team
expected the push and the
statistics,
pressure. You've got Crit J trying to
like,
lead
at the
in
end
with
of
the
the
French
stage.
shotgun, which
So,
in those surprise
they're all
strikes,
on
when
there
you're
as, like,
pressing an
actual
advantage,
group
can
stage
work
stats.
wonders.
So I hope they help
Here, now
people.
they've got
I
all the
hope people enjoy this.
expectation, and, well, they have a shotgun of their own. It's going to turn into a little bit of a shootout. And to be honest, I put my money on Cons. Oh, I'm broke! As is Cons! Crit J! got the swing round, and that's why you shouldn't gamble, kids. Now, with a minute 20, Moosey's going to see if he can try and recollect it, but it's a double! Ooh la la! The French shotgun's popping off all over the shop. Finally gets caught by a range that it can't quite battle back against an ACS. 3 against 2. The drop down over the top. Like Colas is going to see if he can try and move in. They're still playing against an F-Mine that's been causing problems of its own. They have the angle just missed. But it's a big backpack and a big operator, and they have a very small window of space to hop in. The flash is over the top. They're going to see if they can move in. You assume there's a rotation, and it is. They're freeing out. Pino does suffer for the journey, like Colas. Gone for the drop right behind the piano. I9's the one with the kit, though, and that's the problem. Because Wizard, I believe, has also retaken the top floor. He's got himself some control here. They've gone for the rotate round. Psycho wins out onto 1, leaves just I9 in a small box, and they have 2 stories to control.
Both 2 players on low HP, but it doesn't matter. Psycho picks up that final kill. They take the lead in the map right now as they shut down the plant attempt that came through. But that French shotgun, that really packed a punch out there. critJ just able to find 2. And then losing it out to the shotgun that is firing slugs on that longer range. It's a bit unfortunate, but
he's got the mic check.
We're fighting back, and this means if you're down in a 5v3, it's never really over until it's over. Of course, they lost around here, but they still managed to bring it back to equal numbers without too much effort.
Whiskey had that.
I mean, it just caused
top 3 players
so many problems. NIP for the
mute disease is spreading.
Have the lead. They've been able to keep themselves battling even on the previous map, but they were just not able to get themselves the difference. And when a game gets itself towards that sort of back and forth so continually, finding this moment, this kind of, it's almost like a statement. It's like an affirmation.
That's super annoying.
We can be ahead of them. We can beat them. We can be in control. And it's been very controlled. These have been the best holds we've seen of NIP so far today. It's been very locked in and solid, and the awareness, I think most importantly, on what Fury are doing seems so tip-top from NIP so far.
Of course, Fury really focusing on trying to get their plants down. They did in the last map. Only managed to get 1 so far, though, so not really the goal they were hoping for. Actually want to mention, last map, it was 4 entry kills for NIP, 7 for Fury. That's the other way around now. NIP has managed to find themselves with 3 opening kills. I'm willing to discount the first one, though, as the plants already went down before the first kill came through. So, you know, that is something to keep in mind. So drone's being sent in as the defender opens up the window for him. It's always nice from them. Be able to get any information out of it, though. As, yeah, without the opening, but not too much it can do to respond to it as of yet.
The roll of the Flores drones. A little catch there onto the lip. Man, instead of the defenders shoot it out. You get yourselves the angle. Pino takes a bit of damage. There was a second of a run out. I'm just entirely sure that was dabbled with, but it's nothing.
It's like
as an immediate catch.
Pretty much no matter who wins what round.
Broken, and there's just a heavy watch here from Lycolas. He's just sat on the Aussie rappel, watching and waiting for somebody to find their way. You know, it's actually called that in the game.
What?
The upside down rappel is called an Aussie rappel.
Oh, is it?
In the game designer notes.
That I didn't know.
Well, there you go. It's a fun fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate some fun facts. There's no clash on the board, though, and that should make things a little bit easier with trying to force these players out of control. However, that also means there's an extra gun that's up and fighting at any given time. So that is a bit of the risk that you need to be finding out about right now on the side of Fury. We do have the Candelas up above on the upside down rappel skill. We'll find the very first kill onto BG-Men. Not quite sure what happened, but as soon as these Candelas start coming in, they might have the opportunity to just flood the side instead.
It's definitely more of a struggle here from the side of Fury. As I said, NIP, they've entirely woken up to the approach the Fury like to do. They have their sort of lock and key now, and yeah, this door's
really
open.
Struggling now.
All right, try and enter. We're watching it. We're paying keen attention. Last time, remember, they were pushed off the retake. They were pushed away from it by themselves at one point. Here, they're making sure that every bit of territory is still monitored and everything is handed over only when they decide it. The aggressive fight back, a nice little swing, because it means that those first Candelas net nothing. Neither does the follow-up. A 4 versus 4. Fury strong-arm their way in towards the back line. They have a bit of the smoke cover towards vending, towards the end of the long corridor, but they don't have the take. And there is the response. Cons with 1, and ooh, a little dabble with the shotgun round. Do they want to go for the follow?
No,
there's 20 seconds. Why should they?
They can wait. They can afford to wait right now. Flashbang's coming through as they're still trying to find a way.
NIP could take cons here. If NIP take cons,
pops up, managed to shut them down before they can
it could be a very good start to a phenomenal comeback from them.
Jay right now in a 1v3 managed to get to the first, but as he walks over, gets shot from the side. And with that, NIP building onto their lead, bringing it to 3-1.
I mean, brilliant from NIP. As I said, they sort of read the mistakes from the first round. Things were chaotic, and in that chaos, Fury could operate. Now, the sort of lock in on where Fury are, what they're doing, and when they need to make their motions happen has entirely rewarded NIP with these 3 rounds. They feel as comfortable as we sort of commented on Fury feeling on the previous map itself, and you can see those sort of problems now from the side of Fury. They're not able to find players.
Ditching the other one.
Offering themselves into these engagements. It doesn't really matter how sort of plucky your gun skill is if you can't get the offer of a fight at all.
Okay.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Torch ready! Don't activate it. C4 out.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Hive set. What's active? Fucking hostile. I'm dry. Drone up and running.
There we go. Okay, live again. Let's see if this works. Can I get any confirmation that we have some sound going on?
Can I join the watch party?
I heard you on stream.
Yes! We did it, absolutely.
Can I join the watch party?
I also heard me. Yeah, it's all working.
Hey, what's up, Stealth? What's happening, my guy? DZ on top, that's the goal, that's the hope, that's the dream. And attackers win another round. So what are you wanting to do, like, cam?
Nah, I don't have one.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you are officially in the watch party.
You're joining in with the voice.
No, just the voice.
If you give me, like, a picture, I can throw it up on stream.
I'm very antisocial.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
I mean, I could, but like, I have to take a picture, and I'm not.
It's so good to see Dark Zero like actually look this confident in round one.
Teamwork there, Canadian and Ball going in at the same time, just hitting them in tandem. It just shows what Dark Zero was.
And JR was very quiet though, which is a shame, especially considering he's on that room clear. But I mean, it's only round one.
You work for IT, right, Naj?
Yeah.
Is there a way to connect your phone to your PC and use the camera there?
Yes. I use Elgato, so you can, there's a program, I need to actually find out if they've changed the name of it before
I know what we've done in the past is just created a second Discord account, use that on your phone, and then just stream from Discord.
So it's still called EpoCam.
EpoCam.
That's the one I use. So I can like, I'm pretty sure I can switch on the fly. I just have to like leave and rejoin the video ninja, but it'd still like put me in. But I'll probably switch to my phone at some point.
Okay. Yeah, see, your camera looks way better.
I'm back.
So typically what we've done, if we had to do it through Discord, is we create a second Discord account, add that on your phone, and then use your phone as your cam through the Discord. Your second account.
I also sent you the name of the software that I use to use my phone as my camera.
Okay.
So I'm using an actual webcam right now. But like, I use my phone as my camera when I cast because it's higher quality.
Yeah, and he likes to have the long view when he stands up.
Yeah, I got like a stand up there that like.
Bro, it's inspired. I'm getting a set of headphones so I can do the same thing. I'm about to get because I do it now, but I fucking like pull my headphones out. You know, when I get really excited, you know, if I'm on cam, I'm not usually on cam for the casting part, but when I get really excited, I fucking jump up. I'm like, no fucking way, you know, and rip my headphones out.
It's because I'm like severely ADHD, so I do like the Dantes Tyler 1 thing where you walk around with your hands in front of your face. You're like, oh my god, what's going on?
Man, so do you think that Nesk and Paulo gonna be around next season? Do you think they still got it in them? It looks like they've struggled pretty hard.
I think it really depends. I think like if Liquid don't do well here, then there's definitely a possibility that there's a bit of a roster to switch up. But the thing about it is, like, when it comes down to Liquid, it's like they've been a team for so long. Especially Nesk and Palu. It's like Nesk and Palu are still like the two most dominant players on the team, but as of recently, they've both been like really bitey. Which is something I brought up earlier on, before the stream. They're like extremely sort of like allergic to being inside the building a lot of the time, especially on attack, and it's so scary to watch because they're not proactive. Everyone's giving me the 1,000-yard death stare.
They're like, I hear what you're saying.
Not understanding what you're saying.
No, I get it. You ain't wrong. Is that my feed or the YouTube feed?
Might be the YouTube feed because the Twitch feed died earlier, and it's probably like some sort of reset that they're doing. Oh, seems to be back.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Everybody's giving me the... Oh. Yeah. He's got the, he's having some IRL. Oh!
Wait, I didn't realize that was as good as it was. Reset's just 1v5 clutch. He got a quad kill and then wasted time. That was so good.
Okay, so
wait,
I
my
have
feed
an
is
Android.
behind. Switch that back up.
Admittedly low HP, but still a nice flick with the pistol off towards his right-hand side, and
Oh, because I'm watching the Siege Double Shot one.
Everything down.
Bro, one of the Fury players just shouted at their coach on stream.
Yeah, Run is deep in contemplation for his picture here.
The round was played out perfectly. Liquid have held on. Specifically, Reset has done the business for them there. Otherwise, we could have been sat here.
Bro, that's crazy. That's the first 1v5 clutch of the tournament.
Resets it. Wins that one for the team.
Keeping things square for now.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think there's been an ace this tournament yet either.
What?
He hasn't got an he didn't get an ace in that round, but it was the first 1v5 clutch.
There hasn't been an ace, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there hasn't been an ace.
I could have swore.
The angle, NJR! That's so good. And it only needs 2 people as well. That could be like a phenomenal rank strat right there. If people are aggressive on that window, NJR finds a second. And where NJR was quiet in round 1, he's now got 4 kills in round 3.
To get them into this one because it was about to
going from 0-1 to 4-2 in 2 rounds.
Teams just hit that next gear, that next level, and you feel like Dark Zero was starting to do that now that they're on their own map. But Reset just signaling that no, we're here and we're here to fight.
Everything is connected.
When he secured that second kill, which is why he immediately slipped over to the pistol. So very close to
I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi.
Oh, Nesk!
Round 3 then. We're going to see ourselves stepping this time up onto the
Nesk is screwed here.
So we'll see if Liquid can hold on. I imagine it's going to be similar to previous rounds where it's a case of starting up on
I was going to say it's all up to Palu, but Tim beat me to it.
Damn, how do I... Why is my feed so far behind?
Hitting NJR for the entry in the first round, has it in hand now. He's thinking about getting it through that window.
Because you're watching the mainstream, right?
Yeah.
Fucking way ahead.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, because I'm sitting with 2 minutes left in round number 3.
Round just ended for me. I will switch over to the YouTube stream so I have a bit of delay as well. I'll see if it syncs us up.
I can give you the feed that I'm watching.
I'm on the YouTube feed. Are you post plant right now?
No, minute 34. 2v5.
Oh, I'm still a bit ahead of you. Probably entirely because you're streaming. How about are you able to share your screen in Discord? Because if you can share screen your feed, I can watch it through that. And then we can.
What about this?
Sort of depth of knowledge on this map. A beautiful angle from rooftop through IT floor to get that kill onto Lagonis, and it's just showing them they're nowhere safe. But Nest, he just misses his opportunity there. Bolo able to now turn and fight.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I got the link. I'm on main A.
46 seconds left.
No, I'm like still after the round. I'm watching replays right now.
Oh, so you're saying, oh, because I'm streaming, I'm so far behind.
Yeah. So you're because you're streaming, it's like you're a bit delayed. Because of like the encoding speed and stuff. So yeah, I think if you're able to share your screen in Discord, I can just watch through that.
Even if he wins the 1v1, he gets traded half a second later. Again, beautiful teammate from Dark Zero. They are constantly going into situations with superior numbers, with superior angles, and picking Liquid off. And I can imagine how frustrated the Brazilian side must be feeling right now. Every time they get close to a gunfight, DZ are just so tightly tucked in cover that you don't give them a single second to even sniff at a headshot.
You've picked up there, Des, on the teamwork and the coordination that we're seeing from Dark Zero and how effective they are working together and dealing with problems in front of them. And I wonder how much of that is the impact into the team.
Oh, I can see. Wait, I think you're share screening the Twitch stream. Your Twitch stream.
Those big calls, and he's got a great overview of the game.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not saying that they didn't have this previously, but we know from our experience of watching Nath over the years how much of an impact he can have on teams in that way, providing that voice, providing that guidance, that experience. And so I'm just wondering, they've sort of got the double there of it coming in, and it just really seems to be working fantastically well for them. They're working in tandem.
Well, that's what I'm watching off of, is either the Twitch or the studio feed here.
Oh really? You're not able to watch like.
Let's see.
Wait, so how are you actually like capturing the stream?
Capturing it through YouTube. I just put the browser link in.
So I think if you window capture instead, or like even just display capture, and then just like have your desktop audio as like the main audio source, you could probably do it that way instead, and then there shouldn't really be any issues.
Okay, we'll try that.
Yeah, what's up? I could use the duo.
Tim said, wait. Yeah. Tim said crap on stream. Oh my goodness.
I'm guessing you used your Ubisoft name as your Discord.
Yeah.
Bro, one of the Australian casters yesterday said bastard like 4 times in one game. I found it so funny. I was watching the Aussie casters. I think it was Stokes.
I'm trying to get my cam set up.
Is it Stokes, the Aussie one? Or is it Gus? I need to find out. They might both be Aussies and I might just be really stupid, but I seem to remember Stokes' name.
Okay, so how's that? I'm at 17 seconds left right now.
Find out. 17.
Dark Zero win.
Let me open the right page.
Dark Zero who?
You mean
so I'm between rounds right now. I'm staring at resets.
I'm joking.
If you just search
okay, 2 seconds.
Next thing you know, there's 2 players that have got a crossfire on you. Someone else is flanking in behind you, yet they've still got full control of the site. It just feels so.
You want me to invite you?
So suppressive.
No, I got
to play against these guys, and Liquid barely have a room to breathe, and understandably so. We're still at that point.
What servers are you?
East, but I can play any.
I'm South Pro.
Yeah, I can play Central. I won't matter.
I mean, this should bring our delay a bit closer, and even if it's a little off, I can just like back my stream volume up a little bit until I'm in line with you.
Alright, give me a couple.
So I'm on YouTube.
But I think there's also just that mental element that also needs to come in here, you know, and get the guys picked up.
All right.
The sort of, you know, the hype and the spirit in the team up, the energy up to say, right, come on, let's have a bit of belief, let's get out and do that. It really feels like looking at
Look at Bolo, looking like he's having a good time.
Have been sullen, they've been a bit down, and it's understandable with what they're facing at the minute. But that's the injection that they need here, is a bit of energy and a bit of belief, a bit of confidence in just exactly who they are.
You know what's been cool, Naj, is I predicted the fucking the rise of Oryx and the alternative entry and he has been prevalent. I don't know what his exact stats are, but we've seen Oryx and Castle, the two operators I said we're gonna see a ton of.
I mean, I've been saying we're gonna see Castle, Nomad, and Zero for ages.
The Nomad, yeah, Nomad. I definitely remember talking about, and the Zero too. Castle, that's been my pick for the last. I don't know. Yeah. Since I think we knew we were going to be heading so heavy defensive sided. But the Oryx was the fun pick.
Yeah, definitely.
Production, can we do it again, please, just once?
I'm sure they'll treat us as soon as they're ready.
Now here's the question. Talk about the five golden ringers in defense, right?
Are you in the round?
Yeah, 241,
240,
38,
so I'm like
37,
seconds,
36, 35, 34, such a straight.
Can you see me?
30, 29, 1 second, 7,
Okay.
6, yeah.
26, 25,
Yep.
24, 23,
Excellent.
yeah, okay, good.
Okay, let's see.
I was like,
Yep, I can see you. Okay. Hey, let's go. This.
A new challenger approaches.
We can do.
Really looking towards that ram again that we saw picked between one ram. Very close to us finding his man.
And Joe was just doing too much gardening. He was taking the plants out.
We have someone with gamer experience, and then an analyst, and one of the best casters in Siege right now.
Ayo.
Let's go. Sorry, Run's not here, so.
No, you gotta keep it up. Yep, nope, 100%. Boom, transitions, you're live on the screen. Whoop, whoop. Bow, bow. Welcome to the watch party, my friend.
W. What is going on?
Hey, Mr. Pro.
As I said, to see that vertical play coming in from Dark Zero, they say, you know what, forget it. It's an opportunity. Let's get inside a kitchen, and it's a pretty smart play, because if you remember, there is no vertical above kitchen. If
Canadian looks so happy.
It's because you're moving the Discord window around, Ree.
I want to hear another Canadian, like, I'm not fucking leaving! Like, I want to hear him scream at a team again.
Dark Zero, just, it's like 4D chess. They're just one step ahead all the time at the minute.
That's a horrible shot from Nate. Oh my god. That's a nest back.
That's a nest back about 5 years.
And they're just having a lot of fun as well. And a team that is having fun.
They're trying his best.
Yes, thank you. I love that.
Does it fall out from the top down as well? Is that part of the end or is it separate? I don't know.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Small things. Small things.
Yep.
Hey, there it is again. I didn't know we have a portal gadget in this game now too. What's going on?
Yeah, this is all on the fly, folks. I got this.
Yeah, from Dark Zero's perspective, again, it's that problem solving. It's
okay,
that,
too.
right, okay, they've got a top floor presence. Can we maybe go without doing that? Can we just win a couple of gunfights and brute force in? Yes, we can. And like I said, as a team, they look like they're having fun together. They look like they're enjoying it.
Yeah!
As we know from across the
okay, there we fucking go. Huh? It's mirrored. I'll fix that. I'll fix that. Let's see.
It'll be the next me and you, Dave.
Oh no, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
Absolutely.
It's not.
I'm just excited to see how things keep on developing for them.
You can't see me though.
I can't see you?
No, not on the stream.
I think even Fresh said just before we came into the competition, he's like, I could see DZ being a dark horse and making a good run here with this lineup. You're starting to see that possibility become very, very unlocked the longer this tournament has gone on. There'll always be that big question.
I can't wait for FaZe
G2. Like G2, they've already lost 2-0 to G2.
Oh, just refresh it because you're on there.
They get the full job done. We'll find out at another point. Nesk again domed. Imagine a world, Tim, where Nesk is 0-6 against Dark Zero. That's a line that if you said to me a year ago, I'd be like, nah. When would that ever happen?
Dope. Okay.
Happening here, Tim. They're getting absolutely domed.
What's happening, bro? Looked pretty good last night. Especially in that last map.
Kind of, you know, with that Volks run out there, it's like, look, we know we've just got to try and throw anything at the wall and see what sticks here. And there's just nothing that they can do at the minute. They are the passengers.
Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cyber on FaZe has the most MVPs of the tournament so far.
Coming in at how many?
He's at 5. Second is Benja with 4. Tied with Deadshot with 4. Tied with Herds. Tied with J99.
Bolo against Lagonis. Let's go.
On fire. It's like Bolo dropped out that Paul animation there to get that final kill as well.
You're obsessed with that animation, aren't you? You love it.
I just think it's cool. It's cute. I liked it. That's now 18-2 though between Nath and Bolo. They are dominating Liquid on this map in particular.
Like how I look.
Series, the whole team is really We're singing the praises of NGR being up at 12-4. I said the Canadian was quiet, and then literally 3 seconds later, he's pulling off some immense plays to get his team forward.
Nah, because in this stream it shows black screen, and I'm looking at it.
It's switching when you see a result become a team effort, not down to one or two players popping off. Yes, they are popping as well, but it is a team effort through and through. Liquid, even there to put kills on the board, let alone rounds.
Like I said, Dark Zero's preparation, and I think this has probably been won at the map choice as well. This has been one of the map veto. Right, they've gone on to Nighthaven, and they just, like I said, they're not 1 step ahead. They're 2-3 steps ahead of Liquid all the time. Nesk roaming on the top floor. Oh, Bolo's watching the door, and it's an easy pickup for an entry. And that is
now
over and over again. They just know exactly where they're going to be.
NIP could win cons here. 6-4.
Yeah.
To a game of Siege. We move into the.
You said NIP is going to win?
I
think we were pretty.
And then it's going to go to Sky Decider.
I think we were pretty confirmed on that, right?
Unless Fury with a comeback.
The first 2 attacks coming out of it, and then Dark Zero really got with the program and started finding an answer.
You gentlemen doing this fine.
Okay, we're at 6-5 on Fury versus NIP.
Hey, what's happening?
Not too much. How are you doing?
Yo.
Doing the watch party.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Watch party stream, the glitter watch party stream.
Feeling a little bit low at the moment. For them to come out here and have like a watertight.
Did you get to see any of the game last night, Naj, when we cast the pro? That shit was pretty dope.
Oh, I didn't. I was probably asleep.
Yeah, I figured you were going to be sleeping. It was a little bit later.
I've been trying to keep a routine so I can watch SI.
Canadian is going to be holding on for as long as possible. Burn as much time as he can do. Volks is going to take an awful lot of damage from him up above, and it just looks like Liquid on
5-1. It's like, I mean, obviously a defender-sided map, but sheesh, still 5-1. That's pretty tough on Nighthaven.
Liquid's awareness is just like non-existent.
I'm telling you, it's time for Nesk and Alu to retire.
I think DZ win this 7-1.
It's a tough world when Nesk is sitting 0-6.
I'm gonna check the Fury game. Currently 5-6 rounds just started. Fury on defense on cons. Definitely should be able to win. Check Siege GG. Siege GG competitions.
Is Pro still in here?
Yeah, I think AFK though.
Oh.
So Consulate, very defender-sided. CEO meeting has been played 30 times and it's only 47% win rate for the defenders.
Ooh.
The rest of the sites are really defender-sided.
Lua off the board, body bounce back in favor of Dark Zero. Plan going down though in a 4v3.
Now they're going to be able to deny it on the opposite side. There's no, they're not. Plant goes down. Nest gets found by Canadian, and we're going to be seeing this little duel between NJR and or NJR and Lagones. NJR is just kind of trolling right now. He wants to try and bait out this player while Canadian comes in for the flank. They find the 2 kills. They get the defuse. This is 6-1 match point for Dark Zero. We're going to be moving on to round number 8.
NJR with a bit of a
where are you guys watching? Where are you guys watching? I don't.
I'm watching up the YouTube feed.
If you want to be like, if you want to be in line with us, I'll share my screen on Discord.
Please.
Am I still sharing my screen?
Yeah, you are, but it's only on the right side.
Them out, that they could just prevent them coming back on the flank, but the problem was that they never did.
Oh, okay, I can just go to YouTube.
Yeah, but you'll have to like sync up with us because I had to sync up.
Yeah, because the normal YouTube, because I'm streaming, is a little bit quicker than mine.
That's okay, if you guys want to.
Yeah, it's just saying, all you gotta do is sync up with it.
Yeah,
easy.
Series points against Team Liquid, looking for a convincing
you don't have to stream now,
win here on Night Haven.
We spoke about this a lot back on Club, but he's playing critical operators for the attack. It was
tough pick here because I do love Liquid as well, but
why is Knife so loud?
You gotta be.
Canadian's supposed to be the loud one. Knife is 8-0.
I guess that's why he's loud. See, even you got loud when you saw his score.
Bro, he's 8-0.
More lives than Keith Richards.
That's crazy. This guy's the Grim Reaper right now.
They just keep on bleeding players in the yeah, fair play to Dark Zero for taking the opportunity.
I like that we both noticed
that. Yeah. That was exciting just all the way around. It's like, ooh.
This could be really good for Liquid or really bad.
We haven't seen a lot of the quick
execute. It's terrible. It's awful.
I can't imagine a world in which I agree with the shield change making it more OP, but I'm here for it. That the next update, can't fucking wait.
It's a constant 2v1 in every single gunfight you see. Like the fact that you can run,
look
to there as Pamba and get the backstab along with the Legion is ludicrous. And there's nothing there to support the Liquid.
No, it's last night Pro played on a team called Big Booty Latinos.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Did your performance on map number 3 solidify your spot on the roster? Man, nuts.
What we've seen is that it's increased over the last few rounds. They seem mentally beaten at this point.
If you choose to take said spot.
Yeah, as I say, that's why.
How'd you like playing with him?
Probably will.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I played with old friends, so.
Gotcha.
I played with Chase before on this one.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, yeah, they were cool. Knight was
it's Nesk and Palu. Last two
Knight was on there as
standing in
well.
this 2 versus 4.
Well, it was super fun to watch, that's for sure.
Yeah,
There's some pretty funny moments, and like when you would sometimes get some funny deaths, bro.
If Ads pulls the wall, he can win this easily.
It was a lot of fun to play.
Linking his mirror was not a good idea.
Yeah, but why would he swing that? All he had to do is hold. We had the freezer down.
Whoa. DZ took 7-1.
Yep, easy.
Yeah, he had the diffuser down. He had no reason to.
How do they do that? Look around while they're diffusing.
It's a setting in the pro.
It's a controller thing. It's a controller thing. You can do it in spectator only. It used to be a bug on controller where you could move your camera while you were on the diffuse, but they made it a feature in spectator.
You can only do it if you're a spectator.
And you can also only do it if you're on controller.
Oh.
At least here, planting a flag in the ground and saying we are a team with a
Damn,
serious
well,
chance of
now I'm on twice the idiot then. I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a couple of times I accidentally got a diffuser trying to figure out how to do it.
And all he had to do was hold the wall. Okay, we had the diffuser down in the open. We didn't have to.
Bring to me.
You didn't have to do anything but hold. And yet he swung with the DMR against 3 people.
Yeah, Polly, not Polly. Was it Polly? Who was it that had? Who was it was on the Switch?
I don't know.
No, because Nesco was on the Ash, so it had to have been Polly. Polly kind of threw that.
Yeah,
trying to take the engagement.
He had a mirror watching it. He had the wall. He killed the guy flanked.
Well, the mirror was facing him, I think.
No, the mirror is facing toward Bomb.
No, you know who threw it? Nesk threw it. He was 1 in 7. His only kill came in the last round of the fucking spanking they just got.
Well, I mean, even the kill on Bandit was a down. Nesk got
bring it back to me. Don't be on.
No, bounce don't count to KD. Down don't count to KD.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, the only one he got in the last round was Ninja on Bandit. Nesk,
bring me a Coke.
Or Paulo got the other one.
Yeah, well, I mean, through this game, it felt like you guys.
Yo, Jesse J chick on the desk.
Start to finish, it was feeling very, very good for you. There were those 2 rounds right at the start of Clubhouse where you guys did drop the ball a little bit.
Is the other game going on?
Was there anything that changed those 2 rounds?
I will find out for you.
I think honestly, just the first.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah.
Getting a feel for the
6-minute wait time.
Just first 2 rounds. Right? It's a little warm up, and then we started getting comfortable. We started, getting a little bit loose and playing our game, and I think the results.
What's the next game? So Fury vs Nip is 1-1, so that's gonna be carrying on. Next game on the A stream. Let me find out.
Playing in that type of a style, what's it like when that's going on? The calling that's happening, setting up for that as a player.
Next game on the A stream should be Sonics vs Wolves, I think.
It's pretty fun because it's like every person has a purpose, right? It's like X holds Y angle, X throws flash here, blah blah blah. It's all just like a nice choreographed dance, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Well, how different is this meta now playing with Dark Zero?
I forgot, I got you
on TSM.
Oh, did you?
Honestly, it's a little bit faster. It's a lot more about map control. And honestly, I'm really enjoying it. My previous comp experience was, the whole nades under. There's a lot more power spots, a lot more assist.
She got herself a drink, but she never told us we could get drinks.
It's honestly a blast.
Okay, and I have a clip I'd like to walk you through. It is an execution.
We should be allowed to get drinks because Sophia has one.
I mean, this is just we kind of prepped for this.
Okay.
As of last night.
Okay.
So I think it went pretty well. It's just we wanted to utilize because we need to.
Now let's celebrate Coke.
So we just utilized the smokes, the flashes, and just took all the map control that we needed. It's a nice shot. You watch this. Watch this. Ready for this? I was hyped. Bam! Look at
that. Let's try.
Back there. I mean, it's just perfect execute against a team that wasn't really prepared for it. I think that's just the name of the game at the point.
Love it.
You made the Warden look like a chum, to be very honest, between both maps. The timing on the EMPs and all was perfect. We talked about it on Clubhouse. We'll talk about it in a moment here on Nighthaven. Bola, anything you'd like to say to all the fans out there? I'm sure there's a couple of them. Of a positive note on Dark Zero laxing because it looked like they had total control.
No, this is Dark Zero in peak form, in my opinion. I mean, they are running away with that game specifically. I said it. I was worried for Liquid to go into this map, just how we saw them play Clubhouse, and to be the display that they put on was why I was worried. Regardless of DZ just playing a good game of Siege, which I'm not going to discredit that, Liquid just were not there, I don't think, mentally and physically in the lobby.
A 5-1 split attacking Nighthaven Labs shouldn't be something that is possible in this meta, yet Dark Zero make it look easy. Their executes are so well coordinated. As Bolo was saying on the interview, everybody's got their place, everybody's got their job, and they work in tandem to make sure that gets done. Really impressive stuff from DZ. I truly don't know if there's another team that is attacking quite
There we
like
go.
Ah! I'm doing the gremlin pose that XQC does. You are sorry? What'd you say, sorry? Yeah.
Damn. The fact that you guys haven't got medal yet.
Yeah, I got helmet.
How did you get helmet? I can't play, I have a huge delay. Like everything's delayed right now.
I have no idea. On the wood. I talk for a living.
Oh, brat. Oh, I got it.
I think terror's a word. I'm pretty sure it just means land. Oh. Yo, did you see the stream?
I do.
They have the bleed mannequin and the well, Joel the fish.
Yeah.
And now 2 bleed players are actually joining. Asfi and Mentalist. Wait, I got Whiskey's favourite word.
Like.
I don't know if this is a word. It's like, oh, you've already got the long one. I was like, I was trying jointly to see if jointly was a word because I didn't see we got it. And I was like, there's no way that's a word. Yeah. Oh, I have the long word already. I know the long word. Should I fire the long word?
Wow.
It was almost unscrambled from the very beginning, which is how I clocked it. It's lingual. I'm not gonna get any other words now. Wait, that's a word. Goal.
Oh. Wow. He said Middle East.
Oh, you motherfucker with forward. I'm like, I think there's like one letter swap you can do to make a word from forward, but I don't know if I'm just gonna embarrass myself. We're gonna try it. Yeah! Yes! I'm a genius. I'm so good. Bro, I'm so happy with forward. I didn't. Coom. Fuck, I got checked by Autobot. I don't know. I thought it was just a word for like degen. I thought it was just a joke word, but never mind. Apparently I'm getting bullied. What? That's not a word.
Wow. Other teams.
I have no idea. Damn.
Nestled deep within the skyline of skyscrapers here in the sensational city of Sao Paulo lies the 2024 Six Invitational, Siege's most illustrious tournament and grandest prize. We are into the playoffs as we look to find out which of our teams will get to feel and hear the roar of our jam-packed Brazilian crowd this weekend. We started the day off with Big Daddy Milos, and it was a beautiful thing to see him back. But my name's Ian Chambers, and I will lead you through the end of this play day. I am not alone. I am joined by the biggest brain, I'm going to call him the biggest brain in Siege. Fresh is in the building. Fresh, how you doing?
I'm great, Ian. Thank you for asking.
I mean, I would have been great, but where is he?
Where is he? Where's he gone?
Where? You know who I'm talking about. Where is he?
I've seen him.
You can see him? What's he doing? What are you doing? Hey, I think he thinks it's 2023. Over here. Headset on.
You're on the desk now.
Yeah.
Not coaching G2, okay?
All right. This is where you good? You all right?
Where am I?
Well, the last time I was stood next to you in front of cameras at a Six Invitational was before you raised the hammer, your third. Just to make clear here.
That's a while ago.
Yeah. Does it feel like a while ago?
You know, it's a year or so. I'm pretty happy where I'm at now. I think that they stand a good chance doing it again, though. It's going to be a very interesting game to see how they play.
Yeah, well, it's the undefeated in the group stages. Now here, it's the SI champions of last year up against a very tough opponent in FaZe Clan. Fresh, I know that you're excited for this because it's two of the biggest names who also happen to be the biggest performers so far.
Yeah, I think it's potentially, this is why we're excited. It's potentially two of the top 3 teams at this tournament coming into the tournament in terms of expectations. Specifically for G2, they obviously hit top of their group, and this was very much expected for G2, but what I want to highlight is how.
Yeah.
The fact is, they went 2-0 every single game, did not drop a map. They played also on their bad maps, played a lot of Clubhouse, a lot of Chalet, maps they don't traditionally like, and also, they were basically just dominating.
And because they were dominating, and you said that they played their off map, they've also played very few maps. So they have so much hidden, and they have so much going into this stage. It's honestly super impressive.
I've spent a bit of time with a couple of the members of this roster, and they are genuinely like Siege's rock stars, and they are loving every single second of this. Let's talk about, well, there's been a lot of talk about the meta, specifically from you two, but G2 are tackling it really well, Fabian.
Yeah, they are, and it comes from their strength of just being really, really good individual players, that the firepower they've got going for them, it just excels everything. They're also the masters of this meta. They're basically the team that created it. The speed that they can play things with, they just overall, they have everything. They know when to slow down. They know how to play as a group. They know how to spread out. They know everything. They are the best team in my mind of this meta, and now it's just up to show that.
Yeah, I think this is, obviously they're the reigning world champions, right? We talk about them in the context of W7M, that they're not one of the favorites for this event. They are. They're one of the best teams. They're with the best players, the best support staff, the best strategy. Attitude at times can be a little bit left to determined, but when they hit LAN events, they seem to turn on that attitude and become those professionals.
Let's take a look at their opponents who are also professionals. FaZe Clan just defeated rivals, lost 2-1 earlier today. This is a very different challenge, Fresh.
Yeah, I think FaZe are an exceptional team. I think they're an exceptional team, although they did have a couple of slip-ups in groups. They obviously would have expected to come out of that group in first place. Didn't happen, had to win today against Lost. The one thing that I like about FaZe is their reactions in terms of reading into their opponent inside of the round. They're not afraid to change up if they believe that will give them their best chance at winning the round.
Yeah, I mean, one thing they've proven running into this series, Fabian, is their tremendous flexibility.
Yeah, they have massive flexibility. It's like they have 4 players that can all play any role that they want, any operator that they want, and then on top of that, sprinkle on some cyber, and you have one of the best fraggers in the world, if not the one that is the best. It could be argued because he's incredible. It's just, you have an amazing team. And FaZe just know the meta as well, just as good as G2, maybe a step behind them.
Fresh, you've got a clip that demonstrates this very well.
Yeah, I do, and I think this is one of the things about FaZe for me, is that when they see an opportunity inside the round, they're not afraid to get creative with it. This is when they played up against Bliss, and this is basically when they were playing the CCTV breach.
This isn't the clip you requested for the record.
No, I will be honest. No, this isn't the clip that we requested. Yeah. But basically what happened in that round is that they identified an opportunity on a gym defense.
Yep.
And they were then able to use Caveira to try and basically set themselves up with an interrogation.
Yeah.
It didn't quite work because Dokkaebi basically scuffed that up because Dokkaebi was in play and the Caveira had to answer the phone. Had that have worked, it was really intuitive.
Yeah, look, these things happen. Crosswires, big event, lots going on, but fresh reaction times and their read, FaZe Clan, has just been superb, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's great. It's genuinely what makes them one of the best teams. Their read into the game, the way that they're able to see not just what their plan is, but what their opponent's plan is, tie it all together, and then the big thing for me is make the right decision and make the right decision as a team together. That's their key strength.
All right, well, we are ready now to get into our map vetoes for this huge best of 3. Let's take a look at where we're going. We'll start off with the bans. And you know what? I want you two to talk us through it, as always, like we do, Fabian, as we start to reveal our picks.
Yeah. Cafe being a pick from FaZe, it kind of makes sense. They really like that map, and so does G2, which is why maybe I'm a bit confused about it. Border, however, from G2, I think is a massive win for them, because I don't know if FaZe plays that map, whilst I know that G2 does.
Yeah, so preferences for both of these teams for these 3 maps is they have exactly the same preference if you did the maps 1 to 9. However, so I could have seen it plausible that actually G2 picked Cafe, whereas obviously it was FaZe. G2 have countered FaZe. FaZe have 3 maps that they don't play, and out of those 3 maps, they left Border open. And G2, I think we're always going to pick the 1 map that FaZe left open there. It happened to be Border. Me and Fabian were actually speculating that it could have been Consulate, and FaZe maybe should have left Consulate open and chose the defense start on Consulate. They left Border open, and that's a risk because they don't get the defense kind of advantage on Border.
Yeah, they could have just been smart with their operators bans and just not gotten rid of one of the power operators, start defense, go up 5-1 solid or even 6-0 solid, and then just 1 or 2 attacks needed. So we think they messed up a little bit in the ban phase, but it's up to them to prove that they didn't.
Feels a little bit tense in the room at the moment, Fresh, and that is obviously because if you manage to win this series, you book your spot in front of that sold-out, packed crowd here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. So there's a lot on the line here.
Especially for FaZe. Because I'm just going to say it, Brazil's not been good today. There's a real world where there's very few Brazilian teams on the main stage. So FaZe have a big opportunity to be one of those Brazilian teams that comes in from the upper bracket.
Well, like you say, we've already sent one tournament favorite down into the lower bracket in W7M. Which other big dog will join them? It is time to start the journey. Map 1 is ready with Lynx and Stux.
On the first day of our playoffs of the bracket, we have what could very well be a grand final caliber match between G2 and FaZe. As Ian just said, Sam, we've already seen W7M, 2-time major champions, knocked down to the lower bracket, and now it's either going to be one of the most consistent teams of the year, always the bridesmaid, never the bride in FaZe Clan, or the current world champions G2 to join them.
Man, it's bound to be an interesting one, especially with Cafe as our very first map here, folks. This one's been very interesting when it comes to the dynamics of Siege at this event. Some teams finding some success in their offenses, like Virtus Pro, and that could be recreated here with G2. At home, the social cues seemed pretty loud.
A little biased.
A little biased, I would say, but as we know, the G2 name that was originally built on the backs of Fabian and Pangu has stood tall for a very long time. Everyone a very big fan of this organization, of this roster, and there's a damn good reason, Carter.
And just one of the many reasons you could be a fan of G2. 2 own groups, current world champions, some of the best players in the world on this roster. Going into this game, the lowest rated player is Alamau at a 1.11. That is the lowest rated player. And of course, you have Benja at a 1.21, but everyone on this roster in their group, sure, it wasn't the group of death, but as we just saw, Dark Zero, no slouch, they stomped Liquid 7-3-7-1, and G2 beat them 2-0. That is an immensely impressive victory, and this team does not look like they have any signs of slowing down. FaZe were able to warm up earlier against Los. It was a close 2-1, but still a victory nonetheless. As the ban phase is almost done on Cafe, we have some of the mainstays taken down like Ying, but some of the new favorites in a post-frag grenade world, Cappy Tout taken off the board as well.
Yeah, I think it's a really smart shout to be able to remove him as well as the Ying. It's going to make the offense a little bit more complex. We should be seeing people reach to other different tools here to try and either dislodge or make life a little bit more difficult for these defenders. So we'll see what each team does respectively. FaZe already reaching a little bit farther down inside of that bag of cash, and we might have a sledge here for some headset explosion we see in chat. So might need something fixed up here for G2, but that offensive lineup from FaZe already screaming out on some new ideals. Or like the Grim coming in here as well, but we'll cross that bridge once we get back to it. Carter, G2 has looked absolutely indomitable this event, and as you already had pointed out, Alamau with a 1.11, Uno with a 1.11 as well on their ratings. Every single person across the board here with a positive KD and a positive entry. You can rarely ever say that about a team, but yet it's true here for G2 as this team is rearing to go for another hammer here in Sao Paulo.
And it's anything less than that is a failure.
It is.
You can drop a major final. Yep. You know what? It is what it is. You can even drop two, especially when one of your opponents at the previous event is W7M, who go on to win the entire major. That's going to happen sometimes. But this is your event. This is the event where everyone was undervaluing G2. They had a very good year, and I think there were some people in the know who said, you know,
look at that. Look at Glitter's page. Runs a Twitch channel with fellow caster Whiskey Run. Siege double shot.
That's right, baby. We earned our pages through the fucking trenches, bro. We did over 400 maps last season. It got us a little bit of a name. It got us some Wikipedia. It's cool as hell. Forevermore, we will be a part of Siege history. You know, that's cool as hell.
It is so sick. Dude, my throat, bro. What? Fuck.
That's crazy. I'm still shook. They were doing Bean Boozled. You know that only means one thing to me, and it means somebody's watching our stream. Somebody's watching it. Somebody important was watching our stream. It's cool as hell.
I remember I used to do Bean Boozled.
I mean, on day one of SI, Intero shouted out Tom J.
Oh yeah? Well, yeah, Tom J's an integral part of Siege, man.
Wait, why is Run not in here?
Because he is at work. Yeah, I just got his picture up on stream.
Oh, I was confused. I was like, my man's been staring for a while.
It's crazy how often that gets people. It's very realistic.
Yeah, I was like, dude, he's like locked in.
Yeah, he wants to see the end of this.
He's not even blinking.
That's the title of our stream is we cast Siege and never blink.
You might as well go from the top down to the bottom, especially when Buck has really regrown into his former glory, almost as if you'd think with the pick rate we've seen, he got his nades back. And Cyber, especially on this skeleton key, he's already made his way to
G2.
half of the round, and is
Did we say G2 at the same time?
To find whatever angles he can first.
He's conquered all of Scotland! He's never gonna stop! He's won the fucking lot!
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I just want the NA team to win, but it's like so uncommon.
Oh yeah,
unless DZ like pulls something out of their ass, like.
What do you mean pull something out of their ass? They haven't been bad.
No, I know, but like. They beat G2, like they got 2-0 by G2. So like if they went and beat G2, they got to pull something out.
Yeah.
Because I think G2 is like definitely defending their championship right now. And like as it looks.
Tom J Sherlock Doki Chomp, by the way.
Let's go.
He's been sitting beneath that freezer hatch, trying to fire shots up at the attackers up above. Finally, he's punished for it and forced off. But again, it's Uno who's really doing the heavy lifting for G2 Dragons in this round. He's still holding white stairs, but a double at the bottom. Alamau and Doki both cut down, while Uno might remain with a very solid advantage.
Or what's the whatever the deal is.
Jamaican bacon?
Jamaican bacon.
Is that like just regular bacon, but like different? Yo, how did they get? Oh my god. Wait, why can't? Okay, wait, that's FaZe.
Completely shutting out G2 in this round. They forced Virtue's hand, and he can't even play.
Nice.
Round 1.
What's something else?
Honestly,
you?
I don't even know which team I want to win right now.
They break down the top 2 floors and they open up.
I prefer G2. I really don't think. Look, put it this way. I think if G2 win this map, they take the series 2-0 because this is by far and away FaZe's best map of the tournament so far. Like they have performed so well every single Cafe game they played. I think they even beat Wolves in groups on Cafe.
Swinging through sight right to G2 set up and die. They wanted somebody to try and play out that timing and take that fight. And that's exactly what they got. They got 2 huge frags on that. Yeah, Uno's able to.
Yeah, I mean that's like. Yeah, I mean I saw the craziest clutch. I don't even know his name. I can't really think right now. From the guy that wears the sweater in stage every game.
FaZe are able to get so much ground around them.
Clutch like a 1v3 to win the game.
I have no idea, but it's being talked about that we've already seen play of the tournament, and it was Cyber on Cafe against Wolves.
Make their own opportunities. They've got to run down white stairs.
He like vaulted white stairs from the top and knifed someone, and then immediately got a double.
Using that verticality to excellent on that top floor. So FaZe able to win that first attack.
What a reaction from KDS.
Sheesh.
Yeah, they gave him bird control. I don't. Yeah. It definitely took bird control.
Yeah, I think you're right. It wasn't really a domination on the 2-0. I think it'd be a good finals. G2, DZ.
The stat line that Ace loves to bring up because I'll just agree with him. The top floor sucks. It's not good. 16 plays is almost kind of mining dining. I'll give you the mining dining one first because it's way funnier if I do it that way. 18 plays on mining dining, 72% defensive overall win rate. 16 plays, folks. I'll give you 5 seconds. Look at the
How much is that?
Guess. What do you think it is?
It has to be 240. Get your answers in.
You want Chick-fil-A?
All right, Sam. What's the number?
19%.
Oh, that's not good.
Really?
Yo, Chick-fil-A sounds so good, but the closest Chick-fil-A to where I am is 2 hours away.
Rough.
Yeah. You know, the crazy thing about that, Glitter, is when I used to live at home.
We also don't eat Chick-fil-A really kind of on principle, but because they're kind of a shitty company.
I mean, yeah.
But
like, I used to literally, when I lived at home, Chick-fil-A was literally 2 minutes from my house. Now it's like 2 hours away.
So the narrative will be good too if Fabian stays unbeaten by NA.
Wasn't really a domination to my FaZe call, I think. Yes.
No, to the DZ G2 game.
Like map 1.
When the map
DZ G2.
Yeah.
They heard about my FaZe Wolves call. I was like, yes, it was 7-5, but like FaZe every round they won was like one of the best rounds of the tournament. Like by any team.
That guy just killed him full line.
They stay head high.
Uno even rotates down to give him some support. A bridge back to the bomb site. That's opening pick.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, they have vert control. I mean, I guess it's only a minute and 20 left.
But with no more C4s on the board as Doki has used his. A lot of this vertical control, unless it's taken by maybe a gunfight from G2 below, will be uncontested. So far, 2 rounds now. FaZe have run the Buck and the Ram combo for the soft destruction, and look at the fruit it's bore, Sam.
Yeah.
Look at how much of that floor is gone.
It's amazing. And you know, when Ram came out, a lot of us were having that brainstorm go off, right? Where is the most amount of soft destruction on maps? Because that's where you're going to put those boogies down, is they simply Roomba across the floor.
Roomba across the floor, that's hilarious.
Destruction as possible. Uno, you're not going to be able to kill him here. He's
Oh, wait, they had Vert of the actual site the minute 20 left. I thought they were kitchen again. Oh my god.
They had, yeah, but they've got the below. It's vertical played on both directions.
Yeah, but now they're playing on top of the table. Unless someone comes up white, they can't kill this guy. Oh my god.
From Jack. He needs to take the swing. Beautiful shot, Doki!
He's got control of
it's gonna be a 1v4 though, he needs to find the buck.
Intel on one player moving through reading, knows he's there, but the FaZe player plays passive. Aggressive, moves to take the fight.
They're trying to run this clock.
And FaZe capitalizes 2 rounds in a row.
They find the gap. G2 not really having too many bodies over inside of Train and Mining. FaZe able
oh, look at him, he's shaking. He wants to win this game.
He's implemented on the basement floor to be able to try and fend it off just for a moment.
I mean, I would be shaking too if I played Pro League. I'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah, but it's really cool to see someone that's been in Pro League for so long just like shaking after a round like that.
Oh yeah, still fucking. Let's see. They're good. Oh yeah. Troy gets his third. To be fair, every company is awful. I guess that's fair too.
I just proves there's a lot of
more money.
Just a great setup overall from FaZe. The trades were coming back and forth.
And they need to break the curse, bro. And they need to win.
You say Fabian stays unbeaten by NA, or NA breaks the curse, and Troy gets his third. But at the end of the day, Fabian's not part of G2 anymore. Fabian's currently got an LFT poster.
Jumps out, so even though it's
as a coach.
G2 not winning a single round, there are these nice little micro plays we're seeing, these nice little adjustments that still show that G2 have come to play. Sure, they might have not won a single round yet, but there are these good moments because overall strategy in round 1.
So even if G2 lose to an NA team, Fabian's reputation is still fine.
listen, he's like, listen, Fabian will be fucking fine, my guy.
Bro, he's still never lost to an NA team, even if G2 lose.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
wait, now, that's just a tweet. Is he not officially on the roster?
No, he hasn't been officially on the roster since like last SI. He was on for like one. He was on for like one major after that. He like I just don't know if it was updated.
He just threw the game day nitro sort of.
They spoke about it like as it happened on the stream, like not as it happened, but like literally right after it happened. They were like talking about how he left.
Gotcha.
Easily win that engagement depending on how careless FaZe are, but not really a word I would often use to describe FaZe. Maybe
I'm pretty sure they've even got a new coach already. But I had a new coach almost straight away.
It's always those small mistakes, not necessarily the
I mean, yeah, who wouldn't want to coach for G2?
Yeah.
So many options.
They struggle with this drone economy a bit today, and mostly, especially when they're susceptible to great intel
see what I can find.
from the enemy team.
Yes, do your digging, Mr. Analyst. Analyze it.
Analyze it.
Definitely. And although I say we probably
currently, yeah, currently Fabian isn't even associated with like the G2 org on the Wikipedia.
They just repelled into the window and what?
Yes, they said.
They didn't know the guy's bathroom.
They operate off the back of the intel.
Yeah, but I don't think they knew the guy was bathroom for that entire time. Oh my god.
Yeah, but G2's coach right now is currently some Brazilian guy, and then Titan is their analyst. I think he's just standing in as coach for the event.
I don't feel
Fabian, so I was going to say Fabian left G2 apparently on the 8th or on the 18th of the 8th, 2023.
Oh my god, he's down one.
Now we have a bit of a gambit on our hands.
So something funny yesterday after, or yeah, the day before yesterday, after watching the Invitational, you know, one of my big takeaways was, you know, they just pre-fire everything, right? Every possible corner. So I thought I'm gonna make that part of my strat for this next rank session, and I'm just gonna pre-fire every fucking thing. And I did get some kills off that I probably wouldn't have normally gotten any kills, but I watched watching my playback.
None of them. Doki was actually asked about that.
Was he? None of my shots were head level pre-fire shit. So it's like, well, that was null and void anyway.
My man was aiming at the wrong head.
I was coming around the corner hot, but it was all missed shots. It's like, you know what? Let's put like 9 right in your belly.
So
it's good pro league. Like you have to pre-fire, or else like you're get out aimed.
What Doki said is if you have any semblance of belief that there is a person going to be or at where you're aiming, then just shoot. Even if it's just like 3 bullets. Because it's like, if you hit them, right? Like if no one's there, you're gonna react to it and you're gonna stop shooting. If someone's there and you're shooting at them already, you're not gonna stop shooting.
Interesting.
So it's like that's the theory on it essentially.
Well, I definitely got some kills that I wouldn't have probably normally got for sure. But it definitely made me realize that I need to spend a lot more time in aim labs.
Yeah, the life of a gamer.
Pro gave me such a good fucking aim labs workout too. It's difficult as fuck.
I need to get back in aim labs. Actually, I went down with that. I forgot to re-download it on the side.
Well, pretty soon we're gonna have a competition. Teams, whoever takes top spot on a couple of aim lab playlists is gonna get some R6 credits.
I mean, you could just do voltaic routines, no? Like voltaic is literally like an aim training circle on the internet.
I mean, who am I versing? Pro in that? Yeah.
Well, no, for the actual teams. Well, I don't know. If Pro's a sub, he definitely can compete, yeah.
I respect that a lot just because Capital is so solid, especially when you're attacking bomb sites, you know, like that top floor, like this basement where you're trying to dislodge people from.
But we're gonna make it go over like a week, and yeah, that's right. Our analysts will be able to be involved in that competition. Get yourself some R6 credits, Naj.
Get me some R6 credits.
That's right, baby. Little battle pass.
I need some pro
lead skin. Yeah, exactly.
I'll just message my mate Soul and like give him my Steam account for a day.
That sounds like cheating.
He was on the Invictus Gaming roster in Apex.
Nah, Apex is a straight tracking game.
He's like literally one of my 2 closest friends.
It might seem like they're slow and patient, and that's true, but so much is being accomplished early on that they dedicate.
Yeah, I subbed for Souls like 2 days ago.
Not Souls, Soul. His name was, I think his name was Fading when he played in Apex. Because he's changed his name fucking loads recently. He went from Fade to Fading to Soul.
Wait, what am I hearing?
The Soul with
I'm
a 0.
hearing you live.
And now I think he's just Soul again, but...
Wait, oh, it's a Montane. I was like, bro, is he not gonna shoot the guy that's dropped? No, I'm tripping there now. I was like, this guy's staring at him.
Monty done.
Yeah, he's dropped. What is he doing? Why did he drop by himself?
I don't know.
Instead of him dropping the hat, he should have pushed the kid that's on the shield. He literally could have pushed this kid out on the shield. Why did he drop the hat?
Well, I mean, it was 30 seconds left. You gotta get yourself set up for the execute.
Yo.
Oh my god, he just flattened 3 of them, like back to back to back. You see that?
But just for a little bit of confidence, they'll take the gunfight into
the game. They're like, what the fuck?
What is this man on? Bro, just ruined 3 of the G2 members.
Completely deleted.
He did. He was on his own. He was in a terrible position. He flattened 3 people, and his team just died.
That round was completely solvable. You have the equipment.
Run text in chat.
And also, just to put it out there as well,
wake up, Smoke. Wake up, Smoke. Wake up, Smoke. Wake up. You gotta wake up, Smoke. Sorry, I warned you I'd get
really injured their play, or rather their strategy going into that round. It all rested on the back of Monty.
Yeah, we get dropped from watching this, right? From watching
over towards Coffee, and Doki got to immediately slice this guy's head off because he has to put the shield away to get rid of the goo.
And you talked about reminding people that G2 are human earlier, that they don't always make the right play, that they do make mistakes. And I think FaZe are very similar. I think G2 play with a lot of emotion. They play with a lot of confidence, and they can be disciplined as well. But as Ian said,
G2 is always just so calm.
Rock stars in Rainbow Six, because of the results, but because of the big personalities we have on this team. FaZe aren't a team of big personalities. It's a lot of guys who are exceptionally good at their job and show up, clock in, make a great show of it, clock out, move on. That's FaZe. But at the same time, they are also a very human super team, because against Los in previous matchups, like I said earlier, 95% of the map is drone, but sometimes that small 5% can get FaZe. Same thing against SSG earlier in the group.
Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Fuck me!
It was a similar
what a man!
performing very well, don't get me wrong, but also finding FaZe in one of those 5% moments.
That was so quick too. That's phenomenal.
Brazilian super team might end up winning. And there, a goo mine on the floor below Freezer Hatch. You're right, it is something you could check. It is something you could find, but it's another one of those maybe 5%, 10% moments that can still cost FaZe a round. Like Jack said as well, this is a team that learns, and learns damn fast.
Yes, they do.
So if we see an IQ again, maybe even in the future of the tournament, I'm reasonably confident Cyber's going to be checking that floor.
Yeah, absolutely. Just make sure you gotta. At the end of the day, man, you gotta do your job. You know, whatever your ability is, whatever you're bringing to the table in the round, you have a task that must be accomplished. And that time around, it just wasn't done. And you have to keep people, you know, honest. You need to make sure that these things are happening. So, unfortunate circumstances befall FaZe.
I think I'm gonna go play ranked.
I mean, for
Probably.
They've already got 2 rounds
Good luck.
up against G2 of all people. They've got to at least be happy about that.
Yeah, and as the Dust said, this is also a map that G2 so we should be getting the
have a good stream, Glitter. Let me know the match results.
I get to see him. When's the last time
Actually, I'll have it pulled up on my
phone. Right now, so we don't get to see him all that much, but my baby boy is here to play.
Nah, I'm sure we'll have this one reiterated
later
times throughout the tournament, but without the impressiveness of nades, Jaeger's unfortunately fallen by the wayside. But mine still enjoys a very nice pick rate, I will say.
It's a shame Handy's as quiet as he is right now.
0-4 at this point said I need the force.
Handy was like,
it's calling to me.
FaZe's top fragger in group.
In my mind, I need that legendary weapon. We'll see how it goes.
Benji went 0-4.
Let's see here. So we got a match tonight. It's gonna be fun.
And I was like, you know what? I'll leave it.
Let's see. What is it? 6 p.m. What time's that for you?
A game tonight.
Yeah.
6 p.m. for you East.
Yep.
Like 11 for me.
Huh. Well, that's a best of 3 if you want to be involved in it at all. See how you're feeling when you're there.
My routine.
Oh yeah, that's true. SI, that's right.
Well, the problem is I'm working tomorrow, so I'm not really going to be watching.
Oh, gotcha.
But I also have to do the spreadsheet tonight. Or the doc, not the spreadsheet.
They take out Cyber, they can kind of peel back. There's only a minute remaining. Yeah, you can rip up the floor as much as you want, FaZe. We're more than likely just going to
that's kind of the issue. Can I balance that around the best of 3? Because at some point after these games end, I've got to go through, I've got to work out all the percentages, I've got to rewrite the percentages that I worked out before.
Well, you know we got a lot of games coming up, so it's like 0 worries if you don't want to, or you got too much going on during SI, like 0.
I'm just trying to essentially be like a community analyst, because it's like there's some stats that I really like having, or I always wanted to have while I was watching SI, that I never had, and now I have the facilities to make them.
Souls doesn't just find one, it's
so
that go the Thatcher's way.
That's what I'm doing.
With 10 seconds, still inside of the site, starts rotating away.
And it's like I'm sending them out publicly because it's like other people would like to use those stats. And if people are like, oh, yeah, we got these stats where like we wouldn't have them if it wasn't thanks to this guy, like, and then I get free promotion for doing something that I wanted to do anyway.
That sounds like a W.
So it's like, as long as people are like, oh yeah, like these are Naju's stats, he made them for us, he spent a lot of time on them, things like that. I don't mind. People can use them for whatever they want.
Oh, you know we're gonna feature it.
Hell yeah.
You know what we could do?
Yeah?
We could make it a channel in the Discord.
Oh, like stats?
Yeah.
I'm down.
The stats channel. Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Coming via verticality. So very well done from FaZe as they guarantee at least an even half here.
Would it be specifically for SI?
Such an excellent
We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Especially after misdroning Doki, not checking that pillar position.
Because the thing is, I'd be more than willing to do it for another league, right? Like a league aside from SI. I'd be more than willing to do it for something else. The problem is doing attacking or doing the statistics for 16 different teams, right? Took me 3 hours.
We know what he can do. We know he can make it work. We're not questioning.
That's a huge amount of time
to do on my own. So it's like, this won't take me nearly as long because I'm doing the statistics for. So I had to work out averages over 16 teams, 4 games each. So 16 times 4.
No. This is the
64.
32, 64. So I had to work out the averages, or the average win rates, across 64 different games.
Now, here's the question. If you have, remember that thing we were talking about earlier about, you know, cost, headshot percentage, if all that is calculated for you, does that significantly cut down your time?
Well, I realized that it would be literally impossible for me to work out the cost on my own. So that's where CGG has saved me, because working out how long it would have, I estimated, right? So in order for me to work out the cost for each player, I would have to know whether they got a kill. I'd have to know whether they led the objective. I'd have to know if they survived or if they were traded.
Right.
And I'd have to do that for every single player in every single round. Meaning, I would minimum have to watch each round 5 times. Right? And if I watch each round 5 times, and I estimate there's 2 minutes in every single 2 minutes of playtime in every single round, right?
Against your rivals of Brazil, and now
try and guess how long that would take me to do the statistics for all 80 different members.
A year.
Because I worked this out.
How long?
Try and guess.
I said a year, like legitimately.
A year?
Yeah, I mean it's got to it's got to be something insane like that though.
It's like 70 hours.
Oh, that's way less than I was thinking, but
which is a lot less than you'd think.
But
it's a lot.
Still a fuck ton.
I'm gonna be able to cram into like a day.
No. But if you had something that figured it out for you, which if I'm not mistaken, I think we do.
That's why I'm so happy with Siege GG, because Siege GG has so many more stats than I thought it did.
Yeah, but that's only for Pro League. What if you want to do it for something else?
Exactly.
That we've got something that can help do it for something else potentially. Dude, we got some cool shit coming up. Would be cool to do.
Well, that's 2 successful defenses on the
I wonder how many teams are in the Outlast Classic series.
But I did like all of the SI statistics on stream.
Up the fate for that top floor site. I definitely
like I have like
the biggest fan of it, but you
the full 9-hour broadcast where the first 3 hours of it is me doing SI stats.
For Doki, I think Doki definitely being the straw that kind of broke the camel's back initially, opening things up and making it to where Uno. Honestly, never mind. I'm gonna take it all back.
What a crazy double that was.
From our perspective, initially,
yeah, that's nuts.
Uno kinda just put FaZe in a body bag right there.
That's my fantasy player right there.
Uno is the one indeed. Now G2, they're gonna have the helm on offense.
How does Uno look so much like a child?
I'm as well, and
Like a child who went to fucking boarding school.
Yeah.
Knows
I've
how to
always
play
said as
tennis.
well, at every one of these events, Doki just ends up looking younger and younger.
He's got the fountain of youth.
He has, man. He doesn't look like he's aging.
This might be FaZe's pick. It's a map
And
they are certainly
it's really weird to look at.
as well. An incredible Cafe team inside of Europe and internationally as well. If you thought FaZe attacks were impressive, we'll see if G2 has the right stuff to make them
G2's
work.
attacking
We're seeing
percentage.
very
I
early
wish
grid
I had
presence. We
this
saw
on
little
a
bit of that
document
from
somewhere.
FaZe,
Oh,
but they weren't
59.38%.
No.
First round,
59? So not afraid to go on the attack side.
Not afraid, but they had a 70% defensive win rate, which is a little worrying when you go 3-3.
Yeah, 3-3 on the split's a little tough, especially on Cafe. It's already a tough map to get into.
3-3 against a team that has a sub 50% attacking win rate.
Oh, that's not feeling good. It feels like there were a couple of missteps there.
FaZe are 64% on their defense. 64.75.
Nice little find there. You always want to shoot the lead one, Carter. That's the thing about the track stingers. If you get the lead one, it won't continue to add to the pile. So, good shout there as they're able to deal with this. Cyber's also going to rotate over here and try and assist with getting rid of some of these track stingers. And Benja, for all of his efforts, has a Nitro Cell tossed at him. That's going to be the only one on the defense utilized already.
So good baiting out of that utility. He plays patiently on that window. 5 drones gone for G2. We'll see what value they can get out of the remainder now. 3 drones. But a powerful camera for Vidic. Use the RAM now, creeping up through Christmas. Z-ping as well to give that intel. Cut down by Cyber, but so quickly traded by Uno. Really coming into his own this match. Of course, we know how good of a player Uno is, but sometimes players like Doki, Ben, just steal the show a little bit, but this has been a very, very good tournament out of Uno. A player who, much like his
Holy shit, Cyber might have just taken the first place for top kills.
Oh, really?
Oh no, never mind, KZ still has it. KZ still has it. I'm stupid, I forgot KZ dropped 50 kills.
More than likely holding this angle, so he's just going to stand here. B's out, that'll most definitely mark Souls. Oh.
Can we acknowledge how insane that is, by the way? KZ on W7M dropped 50 kills in a best of 3 where he lost to Wolves. KZ dropped 50 kills individually.
That doesn't feel good.
They've already gotten rid of the Buck. There's no more soft destruction, all except for Alamau with that secondary Bailiff and Benja with the secondary Super Shorty, but it's not going to happen as fast as it would with
for
that
kills at the event.
So now,
so far,
very minimal time remaining for them to try and solve this puzzle.
And then there's
second place is Mowgli
Virtue just pushes up
with 145.
This is still a common angle sometimes for defenders to play to try to catch the attack as they drop down. So I want to see if they still check it anyway. 15 seconds left and nobody's dropped down yet. We are using every second available and he finds him. Virtue ends up checking the position hand he's playing. He's got enough smoke. Yes, detonating. The final one goes out.
I'm gonna make the tweet for tonight. Let's see. What operator should we feature? Thorn. Okay.
That was just a random one that came to mind.
Yeah, it's what's going down.
Yeah.
Very well done from FaZe. And again, you have to give it up to Souls on the top floor. Yeah, he doesn't kill Alamau, but you know what he does do? Waste a damn big amount of time. It was great seeing him being able to convert that into quite the valuable asset for the defense. A lot of pressure happening to G2, and also identification of what could potentially go on site. They didn't have a good read on VD King. More than likely, didn't even know a smoke was in the lineup. were able to use that to its fullest advantage in that situation. So very well done to them, being able to use that utility. Take another round away here from G2, and FaZe actually feeling that top 4 sight as well. Somewhere Ace is very disappointed.
Yeah, do have a result from the other stream, by the way. NIP 2-1 victory over Fury.
NIP won.
I know.
Yeah, we knew that was coming though. Remember?
Yeah.
We knew that was coming. Hey guys, settle down.
Especially after map 1, and a lot of people being in the G2 camp. This is a real concern. We might not have any Brazilian teams in the upper bracket left after this matchup, given the other games that had transpired previously. Now FaZe is looking to stay in the upper bracket alongside NIP. They do have around 7, moved around 8.
Guys, I'm
live. I'm currently watching G2 v FaZe. On the other stream is another match I'm interested in, which is Sonics versus Wolves.
That's because Virtue's on G2.
Oh, that's happening right now?
I think so. I think it'll be happening like... Yeah, that's the next one to go.
Yeah, I want to watch that. I want to watch that one for sure. I'm an Ambi fan. Got to cast him several times.
My team might have been Schizophrenia Team 6.
Anything that they can't try and solve later on down the line with some good firepower.
What's that?
Your team and Schizophrenia.
Yeah, I think they're all Schizophrenia. We won the game, but they were shooting.
My dad's
Jacob.
This man's throat. He has not been able to breathe this event.
He's also an alcoholic.
Stokey will be able to at least get one back on to Souls.
He moved over.
So.
Jacob.
In good time. I suppose I didn't think about it with the
I guess he's just followed his voice.
Stop.
I guess.
Running.
Oh my god.
Fell out of favor over the past couple years. We send that buck below into reading.
My dad's dead to me. It's fine.
Because you just had the nades from below. Makes that job a whole lot
Crack
easier.
your jokes about Schizophrenia. I hate him.
Factors and everything going into it. Alamau moves below inside of reading, tries to push those players off Cocktail, and as Virtue will attest, he has been very successful.
Yeah, G2 does have to be a little sad that they don't have access to Capitao, because Capitao is so good for the Cocktail push. You can put him on
Doki. The beeper.
Hell window, and he can use those smoke bolts
as
well as
right now.
to dislodge and break a lot of the vision on the site, making your life a little bit easier.
Oh my god.
Go for that plan.
Oh, the flashbang!
Doki,
Doki, yes! He manages to find Handy.
And cuts him down and has now taking control of White Stairs. He's fallen back just a little bit.
The last time FaZe played Cafe, in round 8.
Damn, Doki's slamming.
Yeah. The last time FaZe played Cafe, after round 8, they took a pause.
Doki got 4.
And after their pause, Andy went from 5-5 to, I think it was 18-5, or 18-6.
But with just a little cheeky push up White Stairs, Doki ties the game.
So if they take a pause here, Handy might just like completely flip this game on its head.
Yeah.
Because that's what he did last time. I think it was against Wolves.
Some big opportunities. Rip those away from FaZe, especially that kill onto Souls.
On 25 to rank up.
There as they were able to get him out of Cocktail.
Nice.
They have a lot of options for themselves.
Get that bread.
Right here. Nice little discovery, especially.
Yeah, Wolves versus Sonic 15 minutes from now.
Doki with a nice find as well.
Doki absolutely destroyed them that round.
Nice shots out from this R4C.
Nice to see the R4C back in action.
We still haven't seen the nice
because we get to see plays like
SI yet, I don't
I
think.
feel like I get nostalgic looking at clips like that. Not even
there's been a lot of aces.
Using the R4C,
huh?
but just to see
I thought there was I thought we watched an ace.
There's been at least 3. Yeah.
We've seen quad kills and like clutch rounds, but
I know Mowgli is aced.
It's just nice to
yeah.
see. It's just nice
Someone
which is why he's decided to Dokkaebi this round.
Someone on W7 aced, and I'm sure there's been at least one more.
Maybe I just missed him.
My back hurts, man.
If you guys like your
So, put me down then.
I like the hollow better.
Me too.
Huh?
But that's because I'm based.
Put me down then. You're carrying me.
You're just great.
Thanks.
Fury versus Bleedman, why are they doing this to me? I'm just gonna respond to Leah's tweet with get fucked.
Hard.
Well, I'm sure FaZe will try to deal the consistent level of damage they've done to G2's drone economy. Cyber, no consistent damage as he's got to back up just a little bit. Enough to get that drone before falling back, anticipating they'll re-clear their position. Shoots the drone for his troubles. As we have a bottom floor defense, Sam. Only makes sense as a logical consequence. We'll have a top floor clear from G2. Move their way through the map, clear it out. Hopefully, if they want to match FaZe's pace, we open up that floorboards before we even hit a minute 30. Yep, we're meeting that pace, all right.
And G2 know exactly what they want, and they know how to gather it as well. There's really nothing to consider on these top 2 floors. There's going to be solid drone play out of a couple of G2 members that allow them to move this quickly. And it's very well done. Ben just still with a lot of EE1Ds in his pocket. You still have all those Bs from Alamau too. Una's going to have the secondary hard breach here, so he'll be the one working the hatch. Nitro cell out for Cyber, but nobody home for that. Another one for Vita King. And again, no one.
Quack.
Cyber will go.
I love that quack.
Actually over inside of Whiskey. I don't know how exactly this happened. Actually,
let's see.
Glance, it's going to be Alamau here at the top of Brown.
Maybe just peeking down. Full sprinting.
There's no way they throw that. That is crazy.
Barely evades the 417 spray from Benja. A brutal way to remain 1 and
9. A brutal way to remain 1 and 9. What a fucking. Oh, that's terrible. That's tough. That's a tough thing to say.
It's Benja as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Virtue, you sexy bastard!
Virtue will find one.
Jeez, the wall.
Do that again.
Nice shot indeed, but they can even pick up Cyber.
Do that again. I'll touch myself.
What? Virtue's able to
do that shit again.
This will definitely be one of the ones for history, especially up against FaZe.
Crazy.
Especially for Virtue. 1 versus 4, low HP on KDS, and he's going to go down here, but this is going to require a lot more heavy lifting. This R4C, we've said before, and we'll say it again, it can make magic happen in the moment. Yokai out here, good info. He knows at least one person going to be occupying angles. Trying to dip and dash here around Freezer. Still has to worry about that player over inside of VIP. Who's going to give him the ISO?
Also, the name of the name of the next season has been revealed.
Well done from FaZe.
If you haven't seen it, Deadly Omen.
On Virtue.
Okay.
Operation Deadly Omen.
I think Alamo said it. This guy literally.
Okay, so like.
I'm not sure that's what he said, but I mean, let's run this back. Of course, he's sprinting. He's got to come up off it a little bit, but still blinded. He gets that kill, man. KDS also winning effectively at 50-50 as the Dokkaebi runs in his way. Maybe in that case, you have Uno just trying to press his luck a little bit and turns his back, but G2 had a very well-coordinated flood there, and just a few small things undid the round completely. FaZe still have the benefit of the lead, able to move back up by a 1-round margin, 5-4. Go back to reading room as well. We saw, again, a round that came down so close to the wire. So much time stalled for G2 in the early game, and by the time they wanted to plant in the reading default, the smoke canisters just burned their time away.
Most definitely. FaZe, so far, have been able to put some major obstacles in front of G2. The biggest one right now is how detrimental the entirety of this roster hasn't even been one man. The entirety of FaZe has basically been the kryptonite for Benjamaster. He has not been able to get this ball rolling. He's 1-9-2, folks. That means that even the other 2 engagements that he took, somebody else had to finish them. It's very, very unfortunate for him right now. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he can try and get something going here for himself on round 9. But don't doubt him. He's definitely not going to be letting this get to him. He's definitely going to continue to try and swing in and assist his team. Just not able to hit his mark in the traditional manner that we see, that's all.
First Dokkaebi call goes out. You can hear the sound cues, but nobody from G2 necessarily in positions to capitalize. Well, I say that. Look at what we have. A quick flood into Pillar. Virtue burning the Aruni gate. G2 like a swarm moving their way up into mining and train. They see one slight arm hanging outside of the doorway. 5v3 as G2 take full control of the bomb site. A quick little pause. FaZe trying to gather themselves. They've got intel on Virtue playing inside of reading, but nobody in position to go for that retake except maybe Souls on the top floor. The vertical angles aren't great. Cyber's able to find the next one. Alamau out down.
Finally, E1D, FaZe are frozen in their positions. And so Benja takes that opportunity to put the diffuser down. Doki with a nice pre-fire. KDS now falls. The diffuser goes down successfully. Now G2
Doki's actually fucking owning.
Positions. Cyber in a great spot to cut off their rotation out, but nobody takes that path. Instead, they move into reading.
Look at Benja.
But does he know there's one tucked around the corner? Benja still goes for the peak, but Virtue's able to trade. That means it's a 1v1 now.
1v1, 25
Cyber,
seconds.
He's got the heart ping. Virtue now rotating. He's got to fall back.
Benja! Third kill of the game, baby.
Virtue indeed does not lose those. Again, another round down to the wire. But nobody can take the lead on this map.
It is neck and neck. Both of these teams looking so solid, constantly coming down to the wire in just a split second. Mechanical difference there, making all the difference. What a find here from Virtue as he worked in his way in through Library. But another just beautiful moment there for Souls on that retake. Able to find 2 big kills, and especially that duel onto Doki. That was nothing, you know, such a difficult moment there for him to try and win out. And obviously, FaZe worrisome there after G2 was able to kind of bullhead their way into the site. Behind that plant, things a little bit more complicated for FaZe than they exactly wanted off rip. But again, the retake, not too shabby at the end of the day, given the circumstances. Now for round 11, it's going to be FaZe and G2 all tied up. We're headed to mining and dining, and this obviously asks, what are we going to do on this top floor, FaZe? How are we going to try and hold things down? And, well, more than likely going to be Cyber on this dock.
Cyber on the dock, but also if Alamo on the blitz. I was just thinking about this. There's a 3
You know what match I want to see?
Round 7, they have been able to
I kind of hope Sonics beat Wolves.
4-4, 5-5,
Because I want to see G2 versus Sonics for the simple reason, like, G2 is Citizen's old team. And Citizen, I'm pretty sure, according to stats, is currently he's the highest rated player at the tournament.
Where's this rush going to come from? Is it going to come from the mining window? No.
With a 1.36 rating, a plus 43 KD, 15 and 4 on entry.
So you gotta remember that shield once he starts sprinting,
he has 3 1vx's, 2 plants, a 63% headshot percentage, and is the only. Oh, actually, no, he's not. He's one of 2 players that average 1 kill per round, and the only other one is out of the tournament.
Diffuser drop though. Alamo struggling with that engagement. KDS is able to get the bullets around the shield. Doki evens it up, but again, Souls 15 and 9 so far. He puts G2 back on the back step, moving further backwards, losing control instead of gaining.
Oh, it wasn't Benja, it was Virtue on the line. I thought it was Benja for some reason. But now it's Benja.
You just knew the inevitable was coming.
Intel on these remaining players, though. A general knowledge that KDS might be in laundry, and that's where Alamo fought him earlier. We know KDS has not moved from that position. Ben just got to bait these movements. FaZe are not going to move. Instead, they're going to peek. Match point for FaZe. 16 and 9. Souls cannot be stopped.
Did you hear that, Souls? Oh, he's not even in the chat anymore. I was going to say, Souls can't be stopped. You're getting casted right now.
Able to catch G2 off guard once again here, but as
the Brazil man
Souls is playing out of his
damn mind right now. All right, Stokes.
Suffocating them out.
Stokes is talking like just watch KZ drop 50 kills in a best of 3. Like
that guy's legitimately out of his mind right now.
Look at this shot right here, folks. The mechanical prowess of these players will always consistently blow me away. Nice find there off that info game. From the defense as well to the wall.
And another funny thing, remember that Monty round where that one...
I like that the Brazilians are just shouting shit at Alamo. Like, they're not even shouting at anyone else, they're just shouting stuff in Brazilian.
But then as well,
or in Portuguese.
Go for a rush. Alamo hits a goo mine, and it doesn't directly lose the round, but Virtue had used all of his flashes. EE1D goes out, so much utility expended.
Which I find extremely funny.
And while they committed afterwards and made it very close, it still telegraphed it to FaZe. That one goo mine, they had the element of surprise. If he doesn't hit it, I'm not saying they win the round.
You're good,
What's
that?
A bit of time to realize what's going on.
You're very hard focused on whatever's on your left.
Yeah, I was thinking. I've got to. Oh. Okay, there we go. I have a browser source that wasn't showing up anywhere, and I'm like, how am I supposed to fucking fix it?
Oh.
I found it. I was just an idiot, and I had it labeled incorrectly. Hey, you know what though? Problem solved.
Problem solved. I was just saying that, like, I like that the FaZe players are just screaming at Alamo after every round.
Are they really? Oh no.
Because they're just screaming stuff in Portuguese.
Oh, Monty. A bit of a tough spot.
Gets himself cleaned by the C4. Cyber, though, goes down. You know, on the upside down Aussie Repel is going to be the founder of that man's head. The cranium.
What did you call it?
It's called the Aussie Repel.
The Aussie Repel.
It's in the game files of the Aussie Repel.
Really?
Yeah. There you go.
You always got that. You always got that cool info, bro. Because we see Army of 5 do that move like every time they play Cafe.
Well, like, the upside down repel in general is called the Aussie Repel because it's upside down.
Okay.
That's like the entire meaning behind it. But like doing any upside down repel is just called on the Aussie Repel.
Yeah, we have to see this. Oh
I
no,
love it.
You're absolutely right. They're gonna have to use the left-hand side of this. It has some breach, and yeah, you might be able to crouch through that as well.
Hey guys.
But definitely not the breach that they were going for. It looks like it's going to be a horseshoe plant here, Carter. That's what they're looking to try and grab. Benja getting flirted with here, but it's gonna be Doki that takes down one. Okay, G2. The moment has now arisen. You have a minute remaining to try and deal with the onslaught of FaZe.
There's no way we go to overtime like this. Surely not. Everything is going against G2. It was a 4v4, FaZe at all the angles, but now they've suddenly brought it.
What a
misses the initial swing. G2 have the entry in the prep. They're now made their way in. If he covers, if Doki can cover this plant, if Benja can get that kill, how in the damn are they in a post plant right now? What the hell?
G2!
G2 doing?
They just picked it apart.
He said, "What in the goddamn are we?"
We're going to overtime, Sam.
How in the goddamn are they in a post plant right now?
Voodoo magic out of G2,
That's you as a caster.
G2.
The stars align. What a moment here. And Doki, a little bit of a chirp in the chat as well. Oh, Cyber, so sad. He says, is G2.
Oh, Cyber. Caught him on the shoulder on the Aussie Repel.
An insane moment right there.
Cutting through the bakery wall.
Hey, guys, stop running in my damn house.
And remember, folks, there was so
much longer on food.
FaZe could have solved this.
I'm just doing something off camera real quick.
G2 removed.
I love Alamo so much. Yes, guys, big ground, big ground.
G2 find the gaps.
He's so funny.
They find the holes, and also they find the kills.
I do like. That was my immediate thought. Looking at those.
My question is how the fuck Doki and Alamo understand each other.
30 meters away.
Because I know Brits that struggle to understand Scottish people.
The dialects are so different.
What are we doing? And I don't mean that.
Yeah.
I mean like.
That's what I mean. Like it's less understanding Alamo because Alamo, like, when it comes down to like Spanish and Portuguese accents, it's pretty easy to understand. You can understand what they're saying. But it's like I know English people that struggle to understand Scottish people.
Uno was having a great game on the defensive half. Virtue also stepping up.
And it's like Alamo and Doki are just fine.
Not just fine, probably some of the best communicators like, probably in the world currently.
Yeah.
he says they're fine.
I want y'all to look at both of these.
Well, yeah, they're fine.
I want you to notice one thing.
They're clear. They're clear though. They're so clear. They're on G2. They're getting bread, and they won the last SI. They're favourites to win this SI, or one of. Considering technically W7M are the favourites, but we'll ignore that as they're now in lower bracket.
Hard to be the favorite in the lower bracket.
I mean, they can, but
yeah, of course.
Your first pick, the Warden.
No, you do not want to lose that at all. Again, Ying is banned, so that big op.
The thing is, even if you don't support G2, it's like I don't support G2. It's like that. It's hard not to like them.
Oh, I support G2. I'm a big fan. I'm NA over G2, but if NA's gone, G2's the one.
Well, the problem is like I support BDS, and BDS like didn't qualify by 5 points. They didn't qualify by 5 SI points.
Yeah, aren't they changing the system up because of that?
That I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
No Twitch, no Brava, no nothing. Now Souls and the rest.
But I know that if the roster move that BDS are making gets confirmed, they might have like the strongest European roster like ever seen, like today. Because it's like they have the BDS core, which is.
Definitely the highlight here. As three
it's not on yet.
We gotta wait till it's on.
They have to try and do something now. But the big issue is, Carter, is what risk can you take? Really nothing.
It's all nice day outside. The kids are like, yeah, time to go.
Yeah, they have the BDS core, which is Efak, Shoiko, and Bride. And then if the roster move gets confirmed, they'll have Solotov, who is considered at the moment one of the most mechanically gifted European players. And then the final player is Usus, who is also from M&M.
He does not have diffuser. Vidaking can maybe contest into a frost mat.
Wow.
Vidaking finishes him off. They're flying blind and they trip over themselves.
Listen to them just screaming shit in Portuguese.
And a 2v4 for FaZe.
Do you know what the worst sound in the world is?
Flunk. Yep.
I'm just gonna grab your ankles real quick if that's okay. Snap those things in half. And FaZe snapping G2 in the 2 versus 4 right there. And as you said, Carter, flying blind. That is the highlight there for FaZe. Yes, they lose so many bodies in this scenario. But because of the damage they did,
that was a 1v3 clutch
G2, they
from
don't
Vidaking.
exactly know how they can go about this. They have to try and swing in for these gunfights. And Vidaking playing things out so diligently, trying to keep himself alive. I was a little worried once he chose reading on that angle after they got the info. I didn't know exactly what he was going to break down from the position that he placed himself.
You gotta be at enough that you can take with
mat on the rotation.
Well, fine, come back in 15.
You can see it on Jake's face, man. He is not happy about that.
Well, I mean, if we're outside and they come, then we can
talking. I'll wait.
It's like
Yeah, what's up?
They somehow
Naj, what'd you say?
get a 4v2.
Check the B stream.
A 4v2
B stream. Is it on?
Checking and just running off intuition. They get it down to a 1v1, 1v2, and they lose to a FaZe. You got so much. You were tempting fate with that round, and it came back. Sometimes you can't plan for it, sometimes it catches you off guard. But in a game of micrometers, it seems at times, FaZe with one
yeah, they're going into map 1 for Sonic's first of all.
Okay, do we want to make the switch?
Depends on you. If you want to watch the game, we can make a switch. But I'll be watching both anyway.
Yeah, I do want to watch the game. I guess we can wait. We can wait until this game finishes, at least this map.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll let you know what the bans are.
Cool.
They're playing cons first.
Oh, let's go.
Sonics are starting on defense and get first ban. They banned the Kebby.
So begin to break up some laser gates and discover what is happening on this top.
Wolves get the next 2 bans.
There's going to be over inside of the bathroom. He's still been quiet as well as
Ban Monty. Realistically, Monty to Kebby getting banned on Consulate usually leads to some kind of electrical ban.
Okay, what was your favorite sponsor?
Maybe even an Azami. You've got the info ban there to combo up with the Kebby and Monty, to be fair. They banned Valkyrie. And then on the final defense ban, probably like Solace, no? Yeah. So you've got the Kebby, Monty, Valk, Solace
on Consulate? Yeah, those are good bands too.
Very much to the future of this moment. Virtue, you're putting your head in places it doesn't belong, son. And Cyber, he's gonna lop it off for you. Soul's gonna take out Uno as well. It's a sub-minute, Carter. Alamel's gonna try and fight back. He's gonna get 2. Benji gets 1 as well. The 2 names that we needed to see show up in that kill feed are making this moment.
He said you're putting your head in places it doesn't belong. Oh no. FaZe. Okay, Okay, there we go.
Triple K for
Okay. Okay.
They know he's here at this doorway as well. The Aruni gate burned. They've got such recent intel. A lot of HP at the cost.
Andy.
Kill on to Doki, 18 and 11. Monster down. With 20 seconds remaining, they've got the vertical control. They have, do they have control of the diffuser as well? Yes, they do. Don't overpeak. Do not overplay your hand. Keep the faith. Hold the line. 1 round, 3 minutes to see who gets map 1.
4 kills from Alamo. When they needed him the most on that top floor, Eminem gets it done. 7-7 now here on
Doki
Cafe.
looks disappointed.
Both of these teams hyper-focused, hyper-vigilant about what is about to take place, what is to come.
Beautiful.
This
Beautiful.
Past, and it was a great moment here from Alamo, but both of these teams need this round desperately.
Beautiful.
Our story for the rest of this
The
series
4K from Alamo.
and potentially the future of this tournament.
He called him Eminem.
Have obviously the power position.
Huh?
They're
He called him Eminem.
on defense. They're bringing us into mining and
Alamo?
dining.
Yeah, he said Alabama. The caster called him Eminem because of his Atlanta. Yeah, because of his Atlanta Major appearance. He looked like Slim Shady.
Oh.
Team staying in 1.
Yeah, he did. I forgot about that.
There or somebody else's path. Nothing happens in a vacuum. It
Papa.
all affects each other.
Yes.
When you have a match of these
Hello, Papa.
Hello, Papa.
it's almost like a black
Hello?
hole. It bends time itself, it seems.
What are you guys doing?
If G2
Jammer activated.
in this series,
Watch party
in
for the
bracket,
invitation.
if they go down this map or in the
Oh,
bracket,
gotcha.
some teams that might make it might not.
And we are live on the double shot currently.
These are two
Gotcha, go into it.
I'm skeptical. I feel very skeptical.
Something special. A full 8-7.
I'm very skeptical right now.
Defense from FaZe as well. Holding a little bit inside a cigar, inside a stage. G2 avoided, ran into this very quickly. The light Cyber soon stand with Uno's opening up the wall right in front of him.
Looks like it's lunchtime. I'm gonna turn my camera off for just a moment while I stuff down some food.
These situations most
That's cool.
definitely as well.
Mom, can we have the cake fish?
The adrenaline, Carter, it's through the roof for both of these teams. You just have to play your game. The opportunity presents itself. You cannot be shaking. Cyber, well, we've seen that he's been the best in the business sometimes. Yes, indeed, the drones again. Good shout there, brother. As only 2 remain for G2 right now, and they're still practically outside the building. And yes, indeed, I don't think there's a single person indoors. I'm looking at the overhead right now, and no, there's no one inside. Benches on white, Virtue's on the cocktail rappel, Doki's all the way over on Christmas piano, and we got Alamo on white single.
There's utility going in, and those bees can do a lot of work. But Alamo repels in, Virtue falls. This repel needs to work, or something else has to. Peeks right, swings left, cuts his way through Freezer, but nobody from FaZe is standing in his way at the moment. There is Cyber around the corner. 2 foes locked in a battle. Uno's able to find souls. So clinical this game. He's only good for 1. Cyber swings, but where's Alamau? He's made his way into Christmas and brought us back to a 3v3. FaZe holding on to the site. Now the vertical destruction comes through, Sam.
He's conquered all of Scotland. He's never gonna stop. From Five right down to Dundee. He's won the fucking lot.
Don't know if he goes back to it, and he will. It's all the way down to SD. He's going to drone more than likely, I would say, hell door here.
With a ball at Haggis. And G2 on his back. He gets fucking fuming when they don't win attack.
And the case is going to be on.
Ale, ale, ale. Ale, ale, ale. Ale, ale, ale.
It's down into the 2 versus 2. Doki with 20 kills. Alamo
He's got 20 kills.
the KDS inside of dining.
Yes! Oh, Alamo! Yes! Doki dropped 20, bro.
What might very well be one of the best maps. How can I possibly be saying that after one of the best maps in all of Invite this year happened earlier today? somehow, some way, G2 and FaZe in Max OT have given us an absolute banger. And I don't want to waste any more time. We have a break coming right up, and I'm sure that Desp will have a lot to say about this one.
Doki needs 5 kills in the rest of this series to reach the 100 kill club. Glitter invisible and you're a statue. Yeah, I've taken over now. This is mine. This is my stream. I'm doing the Tom J chants. Conquered all of Scotland, he's never gonna stop. From Fife down to Dundee, he's won the fucking lot. With a ball of haggis and G2 on his back. He gets fucking fuming when his team don't win attack. Ale, ale, ale. Ale, ale, ale. Yo! Food break, lol. The end of my workday can't come soon enough. How long you got, Mr. Ren?
This is a classic ranked push.
I was switching over the stream to the Wolves
and the big thing,
broadcast.
The reason why this worked so
I just saw
effectively is that they sold the push in
that.
the CEO
I need to open the B stream now.
That's where the glass was. That's where the first color smokes went out. So the big focus for Grixer as a smoke on defense was trying to throw those two babes on the CEO window, thinking I'm denying the plant, I'm doing my job, because he was getting Candela flash the entire time. Couldn't hear the actual
Citizen, fun fact for people watching at home, Citizen is currently the highest rated player in the entire tournament.
That's the exact kind of play that they are so
on
excellent
the side of Sonic.
understanding the win conditions.
With a 1.36 rating, yeah.
Off the window, but I think he missed the first keeper barrier.
Second highest is NJR, third is Benja, fourth is Naif,
What's Ambi looking
and
like?
fifth is J9-0. Let me find Ambi.
It's tied up 1-1, and Sonic just kind of go through the
Ambi currently isn't even close.
Some teams will go back to that site.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Boogeyman 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, Herges 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43rd rated. Jesus.
Jam on the wall.
How many? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I know there's 80 players that have qualified to playoffs. I'll tell you that.
Oh, that is fucking funny.
Yeah, this is one of the complications of Consulate. It's
but including the extra 20, then it's 100. So that's if we don't include the Falcons subs that have played like one match each.
Needed access to strong positions on the side.
But at that point, we've got 103 players. So there you go. That is the exact amount of players. He's 43rd of 103.
Something like that to help.
Folks, I was just joking too, and he still had it.
That I could very easily do, but it's the fact that he was like right in the middle, and I was like, there's no numbers.
4-1 split most likely, so one
I had to
player
sit there
out
and
the main
count.
breach, 4 people attacking the backside, trying to advance. A good old hammer and anvil strategy, where you'll push them from one side into the other.
Currently, G2
I love it.
are.
It's a great term.
Can't stop.
Let me actually verify this before I spout nonsense.
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
Two of those, Parker.
Yeah, currently
No,
G2 are one of 2 teams in this tournament that have every single one of their players rated positively.
Yeah, Cap did this to me. It's called the Caper. Yeah.
Do you know what the other team is?
Wait, hold on. We lost you for the first part of that. What was that again?
Oh, currently, G2 are the only, or one of 2 teams, sorry. They are one of 2 teams that have every single one of their players rated positively.
100% Scott.
Not 100% Scott.
Do you know who the other team is?
Both your parents
Is it a surprise?
They were born in Canada.
Exactly.
No. Not really.
No,
you're closer to your parents in DNA than your grandparents.
Let's call it. Is it
It's one of the
Sonics?
teams that's playing currently, yeah.
Because we talked about
So you've got, yeah, it's Sonics.
of Wolves in round number 1.
Sonics is the only other team that have a fully positively rated team. Barely.
Nobody's died.
And their lowest rated player is Geometrics on exactly 1.00.
Crazy because the grouping difference before playoffs was heavily favored in the Sonics area.
With the span of 5 seconds, half of the server is cleared out. It's all up to Shinka in a
Sonics also didn't break the 100 kill club with any of their players in groups.
And Rexin, it's Rexin prepped and ready for him, and Sonics will win.
How many total players did?
Just as we saw with W7M.
In groups, I listed it at the bottom of my document. Give me a sec.
Ideally, on console attacks, your goal
I mean, it's
should be to try and
changed
get
now,
an
though,
open
right?
kill.
1,
If it comes
2,
down
3,
to
4,
live
5,
defenders
6,
are
7.
so heavily favored.
It is a live document. I can edit it right now, but like it's not being edited right now. This is just for groups. Just for groups. In the 100 kill club, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 players, and one of them didn't qualify for playoffs.
The attackers, but 5 defenders.
Do you know the most ironic thing about the one that didn't qualify for playoffs?
Sometimes more,
he was the
best.
They were the top of the 100 kill club.
Other maps that are bigger.
It was Wreck from Scars.
But for Consulate, you really want to try
with
to
118 kills
and find them. That's normally why you go for the roam clear. Yes, you get some map control. It's gonna cost you time and resources and drones, but at least you typically get to find a kill to weaken the defense. But at the same side, Sonic
I have so much random bloody trivia.
Understanding the line in the map that they have to
like,
okay, half around the spurt. We don't have
like for example, did you know Falcons had a team meeting after day 1 and decided that they didn't want Leader to play because they wanted to play their own style, and after they dropped Leader, they proceeded to lose every game except for one.
They did. Now with B-Born
they brought it back?
they also tend to see, okay, where is there a player? Who can I run it? Who can I go
They
and
lost
kill?
every single game and then won the last one, which was against Ferex, which is the one they were expected to win anyway.
IQ has maintained quite a strong hit rate.
Ferex, didn't they deliver a bit of an upset?
Number 1.
Well, not Ferex. It wasn't Ferex. It was, what was their group? Wait, I'm losing my head. Wait, it was against the bottom of their group. I was thinking of Kike for a second, but I'm not. It was against Scars, which they were expected to win anyway.
Who brings that same weapon? Additionally, IQ has nades used differently, but they're still quite strong. And counter some of this defender aggression, you need an IQ. Now you can't counter a shotgun with it. As the blitz runs in, no, Fixer, you're in so much trouble. You gotta get out of there. Oh, I know. Suddenly, all the Wolves are getting it on the scoreboard. Ambi fires back. He has been brilliant.
You're in so much trouble, you gotta get out of there.
4 kills through 4 rounds for the youngest player at this event. And dare I say at this point, the youngest player.
I guess you can tell he doesn't really like the blitz play.
Despite Ambi's play, though, Wolves find themselves.
Wait, who doesn't really like the blitz players?
If there's any 2 players on this team that you want in the clutch, you got to imagine.
Oh, what'd he say?
He was like, "Oh my God, it's the blitz! You gotta get out of there!"
Oh, blitz.
Halfway point of this round.
Yeah, he's got PTSD from ranked, I guarantee.
These are going down in the hands of Shinka.
Started kicking in hard there, bro. He was like, "Oh my God."
Surges for the Finka, so all the damage that's been done to Wolves will persist.
Oh, poor Ambi.
Heal them back up.
Oh, you want to hear something funny? Did I tell you my wife changed her text message tone?
Oh, really?
To the lion sound. And I didn't. She didn't tell me she did that, and we were sitting in the room smoking a bowl. That motherfucker goes off while I'm stoned. Yeah, while I'm stoned and out of nowhere, I legitimately stopped moving and looked down to the left for my gun, which I don't actually own.
Well played by Sonics in the post plan, and that's 3 so far.
Sonic's got the clutch.
Or SQ.
Look at Ambi.
Don't understand.
My boy, my goat.
The blitz goes.
He looks about 11.
Yeah.
Not the Sophia construction.
He's like Doki. He's just so young looking.
Forever young.
So he goes to the floor.
Ambi's gonna win it all. I mean, realistically, Sonics are completely unproven.
Wolves are making some bizarre
in comparison to a lot of other teams at this event, because it's like they had the easiest group and they were the top rated NA team.
No.
So they've come into the they've come into SI.
It's still fucking SI.
Oh yeah, it's still SI, but like realistically, Scars shouldn't be at SI, Falcons shouldn't be at SI. So it's like the bottom 2 in your group are 2 teams that realistically
and Wolves in very
aren't
common
nearly as
fashion,
good
just like in
as
the
some of
previous
the teams
series,
that were
will
below
call
them
a
on the
timeout
SI
on
point
the
standings.
4th round. Go back and look, because I believe
So it's like
in 2
they
out
definitely
of
had
3
the
maps
easiest
that we
group
saw
by a long
earlier,
shot,
they
especially
were
considering
all
like you look
protected
at Group
on
C.
the
Group
4th
C is
round,
Virtus Pro,
regardless of whether they
right?
lost
They've
that
been
round or
they've been in the game for
yeah,
ages
both
under
showed the
Empire.
second map
Your
and
W7M,
Clubhouse,
the
third map,
previous
they did.
winners of the last event,
One of them,
Liquid have
they
been in
lost,
most
other
of the
they won.
finals of
So pretty
recent
much,
years.
4th round,
Bleed,
that took a
who
time
is
for
one of
Wolves,
the
then they
strongest
performed
looking
better,
up and comers
typically
right
win the
now,
map or
and
go to
M80 who
overtime.
keep calling themselves
Typically
great
here
and
as
then
well.
losing.
One big outlier right now is P4 going 0 and 4.
Realistically, the only player on their team
He
that
was
does
front
great
runners
is Spoit,
on all 3 maps
and
earlier
that's because
against
he
W7M,
mindlessly
getting
feeds
kills,
and
getting
gets lots of
injuries,
kills.
and of course, being a very big voice for the team. The complication that often occurs when you're playing
I'm with you, Ron. I'm saying Ambi's gonna take it all. It's gonna be the story that makes everybody goes, wait, what?
This is 100%. This is 100% Sonic's chance. If Sonic's beat Wolves here, they are proven and solidified as at least one of the top 3 in the tournament at the moment.
That's fair. Yeah, that's a fair statement.
Because, like, realistically, if I look at the standings right now, we have Wolves, who now unfortunately are rated above W7M in my eyes. We've got G2, who I would probably say are like the team that are most likely to win the tournament, considering they also had a flawless groups, but were also in a harder group. Like they had a flawless group in the same group as Dark Zero. Like that's kind of tough.
I don't think Sonics are a bad team by any stretch of the imagination.
What's up, Stealth?
Ninjas in Pajamas, very proven. Ferex and Geek, once again, the bottom 2 like teams that are like really not nearly as good as some of the people that didn't qualify.
But I think Geek is good. GK is good.
I mean,
unproven, yes, but they. I mean, shit. They were also at the last Atlanta Major. They made a name for themselves. They took on some tough teams.
The thing about Geek and at the Atlanta Major is like they played really well throughout like groups at Atlanta, if I remember correctly. But then they completely shit the bed after that point. Yeah, they played insane. They beat Nip 8-7. They beat Crest 7-2, and Crest were like rated pretty high in comparison to DK. And then they went into the playoffs. They beat W7M, they beat BDS, they beat Wolves. And then they went into finals, and
they're thriving right now. 3 up so far.
Where is
in a
it?
mighty fine position for this 5th round.
I'm trying to find it now. Yeah, then they went into finals and immediately lost.
Mowgli has nowhere to go by one. Reception.
Have that list of teams of the teams they beat though. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
I'd say that's a little bit of proven.
Yeah, but it's like the thing is they beat W7M 7-4 and then played the same map against them in quarterfinals and lost.
Slow and belated, meaning that well, everybody on
W7 is like the favorite to win everything. So I mean, I think that's fair. A 1-1.
I mean, yeah, but like they just I don't know, they needed to try a bit harder, man.
That's our resident analyst. If there's one thing they could do, it's better.
No, because it's like Geek are a stupidly high potential team, and it's the same for Falcons. Falcons are stupidly high potential, but whenever they're put into a high pressure situation, they act like how the Americans have at the last few events, and they just completely shit themselves.
Yeah, disappear completely.
Yeah, like all of their talent just disappears. Like this is the first event where I can confidently say that we could see an NA winner.
Yeah,
like as of recent.
So far for the attacking side, and I get it.
What's up, HG?
It's hard to get in.
Hello. I'm hoping for an NA winner.
I think we definitely could. Like Sonics and Dark Zero are both like.
They look good.
Like potential to win. Like
Space Station has me questionable, but
Space Station. The only thing I question about them is their consistency, because they've been like stupidly inconsistent across past tournaments. And I'm worried that they're gonna just like hit a wall and just
their brakes are just going to be like plummeted into the floor.
The only thing with Dark Zero is I don't think Bolo is fitting right now, as much as I love Bolo.
You don't think so?
I think he's struggling with the new... I think he's struggling with the way esports is right now.
Well, he's enjoying it more than he did.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing, because that means that he will settle eventually.
Yeah, does anyone know who won first map phase G2?
It was G2.
G2. Let's fucking go!
G2-8-7.
Fuck yes! Because that was a phenomenal game.
Yeah, that was a really fucking good game. Yep.
I was watching it.
We watched that on the stream.
Oh my gosh, I was phenomenal.
I mean, hey, if you want to, we're doing the watch party right now, EG. If you want to throw your cam up, I'll throw it up on the stream.
So I wouldn't hear the piano, I would hear the
You are? You on Siege Double Shot?
Yeah, Double Shot right now.
I'm stopping the push, you know?
I went to Twitch. I was like, it doesn't say he's live. I'm like, what is this? I'm like...
A flight of stairs, and it was not secured properly to the dolly. And it fell down roughly about 4 steps, and the piano.
Yeah, I got Run's picture since he's at work.
I was gonna say that the run cam is beautiful.
I'll keep you later. Because we're watching Sonics versus Wolves on FPS right now because obviously.
I love Ambi. Big Ambi fan.
But I have G2 versus FaZe on my second monitor, so I'll keep the score updated for people.
I always love watching Ambi because, like, you think, holy crap, you know, he's so good, but then you're like, he's a kid.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, he's so young and he sounds so young.
He's 7-3 right now. 7-3 in round 5 or round 6. Sorry.
On the castle. And there's the origin again. What I tell you.
He's top ranking the game by like almost double.
Serious with Grixer is.
Never mind. I was gonna say he's 1 kill away from doubling second, but then immediately as I was about to say that, Geo gets 2 kills, and now he needs like at least 5. Oh, Geo gets slammed. Let's go, Bibu. Make this game interesting. Give us a 4-2 half. Win this 1v3.
Oh yeah, I don't think this is gonna happen.
It's not happening, trust me. But Bibu is one of the most experienced players in all of competitive right now. So
against Citizen.
Yeah, true. To be fair, Citizen's another one of those.
It's the same for like the third time.
I think Bibu's longer standing than Citizen.
Quick execute, they drop down
also Joker.
Again, disadvantageous position. They
Joker, what's happening?
Star bro. Star
breezy. Motherfucking star bro.
It's the motherfucking star
bro. Oh, that don't remind me.
But that's simply not enough. That's
Look what you've done.
In the middle of a side.
He's the motherfucking star bro.
Anything, people cannot get the bomb planted. So if you're Wolves,
hey, you have a theme song, bro. You gotta go find it and put it on your channel.
Yeah. You're gonna suck on attack. Maybe just gamble at getting 1 or 2 rounds. They did get the
it's currently a 2v2 in the first round of FaZe versus G2 of the second map.
Of console. It's really one or the other. Now,
Flash was taken off the board within the first 40 seconds.
Everyone knows it. It really sucks. But any team in their right mind would have more confidence in themselves.
Who was that just ate a flashbang? Oh, it was Warden that just ate a flashbang.
The fact they weren't able to muster one is not a great look. But
Alamo, you fucking
anything
beast!
can happen. We've seen that many times before. This
I love Alamo.
Alamo just fucking slapped that guy.
Right now, the only thing missing from Wolves, I don't think he's an operator.
JGG and Star, I sent you both a link if you want to throw your cams up for the watch party. You don't have to, but if you want to, it's there.
Bro, please tell me you're watching G2 versus FaZe right now on your second screen.
Yeah, I got it up. Let's see.
Watch what Handy just did.
Managing the resources.
I'm waiting for the replay to come up. Because I was still opening stuff up.
You happen to be 2 of the loudest people on the planet, and you put them together. You
Here it is.
Stings. Stokes and Lance. And they are currently casting next to us. Now they're
the double header. Oh, in Fountain Rough.
Alamo slammed the
I haven't even seen that yet.
Alamo slammed the entire round, and then Handy just like picks up a triple out of nowhere. There is lots of chaos. We can hear it.
Wow.
Crazy. That was nutty.
It seems like that matchup has been.
That's what I was freaking out at. I just watched him swing the corner. And I'm like, no, surely they hear this.
Some serious heat onto Wolves, and maybe there's still opportunity to do that, but Rexen walks in and dies.
I told you, FaZe genuinely could beat G2. It's so stupidly close. Like,
now,
no, because it's just how well they're playing right now. FaZe, I said before the event, FaZe are 100% going to be a team to beat at this event because of how like they were playing at Atlanta.
That's what, yeah, I was gonna say. They ever since Atlanta, they have been on business.
That's what I'm saying. Like FaZe have been on since Atlanta. And it's like,
as an attacker.
And you know what's crazy? They were also villains in Atlanta. Like they were they were a team to beat then, and they even had to deal with crowd displeasure, which was probably got to be mentally shocking.
But it's
they
like,
did it well.
but it's like the thing about it as well is FaZe are a quiet team, meaning FaZe are in their own head. And if FaZe are in their own head and they've got a home crowd, they're the team to beat. You need to beat them before they make main stage. Because if you don't beat them before they make main stage, they're going to get such a huge boost from being on a home crowd.
Home crowd buff, yeah.
Which have been used
exactly.
Same thing with sports, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 12 man, yep.
He'd be for anti-flank. That really hasn't been the way that we see him. In fact, Grim is mostly used for flushing out roamers now. Dump a couple of the Bees in. Use
like FaZe either need to get knocked out of the tournament.
I fucking love Benja, bro. I love Benja.
Or someone needs to slam them.
But he has some difficulties against Citizen, who has a and keeps Wolves at bay. Now it's Gio's turn into the engagement.
Are they gonna get this defuse? They don't have enough time.
The diffuser goes down in Gio's hands, but Citizen
Citizen
to map point on Wolves map.
He just started squealing.
Sonics with great control the entire time. Also, you might be thinking, why did Gio push for the
where
kill there in the 3
FaZe
versus
go
2?
if they lose this
very
game?
Simple. He knew there was a
FaZe are against the
on
winner of
board.
loss and
Goes to the
bleed
default plan CEO window.
if they lose.
It takes down Gio, leaves the fuse in a bad
And
spot.
the loser of this game is pretty much guaranteed against W7M, because let's be fucking real, FairX are not beating W7M.
Go to default CEO window plan spot, and he does just that. But again, the
I'm an analyst, and I'm not even going to bring up the numbers on that. They're just not beating W7M.
No. That's a matchup that I would not want.
Yeah. Because it's like we're already, well, it's already locked in. Like W7M versus FairX is happening lower bracket round 1.
It's because
Wolves beat W7M. So
I don't know. I would love to see Gio win again, along with Citizen and Ambi and all them for Sonics. But also, I would love to see Canadian win again too.
I don't want to count out Wolves here.
Yeah, I'd be totally fine with either DZ or Sonics taking it for sure.
I'd
be happy
even
with both of those.
I really like G2's playstyle.
Yeah, I was gonna say I apologize,
G2,
but I'm a
G2,
Brit, so I'm backing G2. I can't back anyone else.
I can put G2 on a third, you know, if my first two lose.
I support BDS and they're not fucking here. I'm not supporting Wolves because Mowgli's a dick. So I'm supporting G2.
Oh yeah,
like
G2 all day. Right now,
like I have a choice, right?
Oh yeah, I knew Joker was a G2 fan.
I have a choice between G2, who are genuinely like quite nice people. They're very funny. They're all characters. Wolves,
I love them.
Where Mowgli actively talks shit about people and their families behind, like, outside of the game. And Virtus Pro, which are all Russian.
I think this result might lend
They're my 3 choices.
to that thought. Because Sonics are a good team. But are they
I'm settling with
6-1
G2.
over Wolves, who just eked out a hard-fought victory over W7M good? Not necessarily. I don't think there is a
got it.
gap between these teams.
Impact tricking, Turbine not sticking.
Maybe there is some
Impact tricking, big dicking.
See, I'm like behind on y'alls for G2, but I'm ahead with Sonics.
Yeah, because we're watching the YouTube stream.
The live feed.
So we have a bit of delay. We're watching the YouTube stream so we can sync up easier.
Esma, thank you for the quacks, Esma.
Not their greatest map by
yeah, that's right. I'm the invisible man.
They get the opening kill to shut down one, make that 2.
But it's like Twitch is much better for encoding, so it's faster. Yo, Simply Sharky.
That is the man, the myth, the legend.
It is. I am here for numbers reasons. I am Glitter's human calculator.
Yeah, they say never do live math on stream unless you have a Naj.
True.
Doki gone, uh-oh.
And Benja.
I have an echo? Okay.
Oh, they lost their handy.
I mean, to be fair, Handy has been insane this tournament. Did you see what he did? Did you see what he did to Wolves? Did you see what Handy did to Wolves? He was 5 and 5 on. There's a lot of 5s involved in this, but he was 5 and 5 on round 5, right? And then they did a pause, like a tech pause. Oh no, it was a tech pause where they rehost, and then they rehosted. He came back onto the server, and he dropped like 18 and 6.
2 kills with 20 seconds remaining.
He went like 16 and 1, or like, not 16 and 1. He went like 16 and 1 after the rehost, I think, which was nuts.
Separate parts of the map. Citizen hitting the Kiba barrier.
I'll have to find this actual scoreboard.
But
they rehosted, and he just went nuclear.
Wow. 4 and 5 right.
How are you doing, Sharky? How's your day?
A spirited effort from SQ, but it was just too much for them to overcome. Wolves stay in this. They need to be perfect for the remainder of regulation. Their only way out of this map positively.
What happened?
Through overtime. That could be as far as 25 minutes away.
That's true. It could be a long first map here. And I will say, surprisingly close round, given the early stages of it, with defense very much.
But it's like, I stand with my American teams, but I love G2.
Citizen.
Oh yeah, same.
Together, well, just him and Kurtz, right?
But at the end of the day, I'd still rather see G2 win over an American team.
If I African team win this tournament and it's DZ, I'm gonna be fairly disappointed. If it not because I don't want them to win, but it's because like if I wanted to see an NA team win, I would have wanted it to be Sonics because I feel like there's more story there.
Just for fun at this point. All they need.
Or like realistically, if like a Brazilian team wins this event, like if FaZe win this event, it'll be very deserved. If Liquid win this event, it'll be very deserved, but Liquid aren't gonna win, let's be fucking honest.
I was surprised they qualled with how they were playing, bro.
Yeah. What else? You've got G2, which, I mean, there's a storyline there because they've lost every major other than the last SI. So I guess there's some story there.
I mean, like most
Virtus Pro, there's a storyline there because I mean it's their first SI back, I think.
That was the Goyo dead shot down below.
Like it was the first SI since they got dropped by Empire, right? Because of like the sanctions.
In terms of secondary gadgets, 4 secondary gadgets for Sonics. A lot of flashbangs, 1 set of can openers, 1 set of breaches. And then the
I'm gonna have to quickly find out.
As for
Virtus Pro.
They have a nitro cell at their disposal. That'll be in the hands of Shaker.
Yeah, the last SI that Virtus Pro participated in was SI 2021. So,
especially if you go to play in an area
and even then they didn't play. They qualified and didn't play. Because they weren't able to.
Yeah.
So the last one they actually played at was under Team Empire.
Or sweeping through to the rest of Project.
If you could pace, I only have one concern here for the side of Sonics. I don't have a Capital, for example, to clear out the player here, Bibu, on the shield.
Team Empire.
So Bibu right now is very much like the big.
Oh, they played it. They played as Team Empire in SI 2022.
However, if he doesn't, there's no way Sonics can just.
But it's like they came second in SI 2022, which was the last one they played. They came second to TSM.
They got flashbangs, they got Sophia soft breach and stuff.
It's like so there is a storyline there for them, considering it's the exact same roster.
And he's hiding behind a shield. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
easy. You got P4
Well,
shotgun, close for the
the 5 on Virtus Pro have been together since like 2020.
So time it correctly.
Maybe even earlier than that.
You see, absent from Sonics is Flores or a Twitch.
Like all
which means
5
that
of them.
You don't have to fear if you are Wolves, an operator who can hard counter that. Those Goyo
So they're a
canisters
really long-standing roster.
are going to remain there until you decide they don't deserve to be hanging on the wall.
He just shot a concussion on a wall.
Wait,
who did?
Grixer.
We see the silhouettes,
Oh.
they're rotating across the map. They recognize
Oh, he
that
did.
perhaps the gig is up, and Grixer, you swapped the wrong way there, my guy.
It's okay, it happened.
He's got one more. It's fine.
This is the biggest event of the year.
Yeah, he's got the wall up now, you know, but very late rotation.
just the biggest
CEO into
event of the year.
diffuser. They've completely swapped the attack, and it's worked because most defenders.
But there's a storyline for a lot of the teams that are in playoffs right now. But it's like DZ are like the only team with the least story.
Shinka and Bibu as well. Citizen 1, Rexen another near-sighted.
Yeah, but Nave's been
All up to
killing it.
Rexen now.
Yeah,
As
Nave's
we're
owning.
witnessing just an overwhelmingly defender-sided consulate with Wolves going back-to-back on their second and third defenses to tighten this game up. Again, stakes are
It's like-
gotta be perfect for the remainder of this second half.
Put it this
Do
way,
not have a
it's
timeout
like
whatsoever.
they're not gonna win,
So,
right? They're
play as
just
best as you
not.
can and hope to
But
God
realistically,
Consulate really
if
is
Bleed or Bliss
defender-sided,
win,
as the stats suggest.
do you understand how hyped that's gonna be? Because it's like,
because so much so they're not going to. That if they did, it would be insane. It would be the story.
I was rooting for Bleed last time. I was rooting
I
for
want to root for Bleed this time, but I'm afraid because they started lowered. But either way, if Bleed or Bliss win, that's gonna be so hype. Like people are gonna lose their mind because it's like these two teams. Bliss, it's their second major event ever as a team. Second major appearance ever. They're the first full Australian roster to make it to a major event, or Oceanic roster to make it to an SI. And they're, well, they are full Australian to be fair, but still, you know what I mean? And then you've got Bleed, who is one of the
figure out the problem.
Greatest, what do you call it? One of the greatest APAC teams we've probably ever seen. And we're just kind of waiting for them to really show up. And they're so much fun as well. Like Bleed have such good like social media presence.
One-off like myself and Walls with the Amaru Sense Glass inside connector window, because all you need is a single round.
And then they've got Julio as a coach. It's just great, man.
They got it all going for them.
What a team. Yeah, look, Julio was on W7M when they won SI, or no, when they lost to G2 at SI 2023.
Yes, you can take the black eye cams from Valkyrie, Magnets.
I wish I could remember shit like that.
Capcom is on the board. It's always good fun.
I'm literally abusing Liquipedia right now.
Casted a match.
I hope you know that.
Brava, I think it was you and I. It might have been one of the other duos. We actually, I casted a match. That I'll amend that.
Okay.
Where Brava.
But it's like Julio's their coach now.
One of the defenders ran
Bleed
through it.
have so much going for them,
Look
and
at this lineup right now.
none of them have ever won one of these events. I don't think, unless Mentalist has. Mentalist is the only one I imagine would have.
Those F-nots.
Hey, don't lie. I know you do flashcards that night before you go to sleep about this. You don't have to lie.
Wait, me?
If there were flashcards, I'd use them.
Now,
Honestly, true.
Yeah.
Okay, Mentalist hasn't. Mentalist has not won one of these events. But Mentalist would be the only one I imagine too, because he's like super experienced.
Oh, good lord, I can. Okay, I'm just muting myself at this point.
But there's still some fighting wolves. Mowgli gunning down Rexo. 4v4. There goes.
Yeah, Mentalist entered Tier 1 Siege on Team Envy as a substitute in 2018.
Andy will now play the hatch as well. Bibu dies. Andy had an opportunity to get one through the hatch, but instead
Very experienced
just evade him.
gamer.
Decision
Oh,
is a tough one. Down goes Deadshot. Now it's all up to P4, last alive. Sonic's looking to steal Wolves map pick, and with the diffuser down, things will
Did
get
you know
better.
P4 was?
P4
Did you know P4 was rated as the most consistent European player in the last UL?
Him and Grixer now with the clock running against these Wolves players.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, did you just see that?
Yeah,
sorry, I was about to lose my mind for a second there while I was talking.
Looks like he's a vantage point over the diffuser as well. P4 will go for the diffuse.
There it is.
The area where maybe Grixer can't get to, he sticks it. And Grixer has information, just keep killing time. Only 4 seconds, P4 about to hit point of no return. And at this current point in time, he needs to stick it. And Grixer will ensure Sonic steal Wolves match.
Bro, that was such a good response from P4 though.
Against a team who's already been through the ringer. Maybe Wolves look a little bit tired.
That was a beautiful attack.
What's going on in the FaZe G2 game?
Grixer with a phenomenal
3-1 to FaZe right now on border. G2's map pick.
There was no holes in the floor, but he was there, drops the hatch, baits it out the shotgun close quarter, and says, you know what, the time
3-1 on defense though. How defender sided border?
I need to get Ambi to the gym.
Open up CGG.
Even if I fall in the gunfight.
The guy looks about 12. Leave him alone.
He does.
Up 1-0.
Border's relatively defender sided. It's very 50-50.
I'm just like, oh, cool.
138 rounds, 56 overall.
45 seconds in and jail wall opened up, a lot of progress made. Or at least seemingly a lot of audible progress made. Utility expended as
I'm gonna start making STG do physical exercise every time they mess up.
Hey,
what a play from P4 by the way. Like,
yeah, no kidding.
I wanna just sit on that for a minute.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was a triple, bro.
Oh, was it the triple? Oh.
Yeah, he slammed 3. Back to back to back. That was crazy. That was like as good as what Souls did to G2 on Cafe.
Might find two. Viking shut down in the process.
If not better, because he did it all vertically and did like 2
set up as well for FaZe. Still maintaining that top floor control. Cyber bringing himself into the fold here too. Virtue's gonna make an adjustment all the way back up to Vents. And he more than likely knows that somebody's going to be on this window. He's flirting with it for just a second, but Handy's going to go down.
Yes!
What is Handy's kills right now?
He's worked his way into detention.
6-2.
Where are they? No, I mean like overall for the tournament. Handy is currently sitting at 118 to 86. Slightly well, 119 to 87 then, but it's also not including his kills. It's also not including his kills from this game. So like, none of his kills or deaths are actually on this stat that I read. So they're all bonus.
His way into the bomb site that round and much more successful than the first. Benja cut down.
I'll be back because I feel like my bladder's about to explode and I've just rolled a cigarette.
So FaZe of a 4v3 right here because of this moment. Benja thinks he's found an opening.
You may have to switch over streams so you don't sit watching the analysis.
I did.
Alright, good.
And I pulled your cam down too, so it's not a share stream. Hey, I'll get good at this.
Who is it whose standings are phenomenal right now?
Huh?
There's someone's standings that are crazy right now. And I'm blanking on who it is.
Are you talking about Citizen? Citizen's the highest rated player at the tournament at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
But also, you could be on about KZ on W7M because he's currently sitting at the highest kill count at the entire major with 152 kills. He's like
I saw him with the kills, but it was Citizen who was leading with a lot of stuff, I thought, so yeah.
Yeah, Citizen's 15-4 on entry. He's played... this is across the 8 maps and groups, so it hasn't tracked any of the playoffs.
Okay, Dark Zero did beat Team Liquid.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Dark Zero beat Liquid. It wasn't amazingly close. It was relatively close in some areas, but it was alright.
The first chance that Dark Zero and Sonics could meet would be the upper bracket final.
Yeah. But realistically, I don't know. Okay, so this is gonna sound really mean, but like based on individual performances, based on the way the teams are playing right now, I don't know if Sonics are able to put out the fire under G2 if G2 bring their A game.
at this.
So I'm a bit worried for Sonics in that sense.
That's fair.
But also, like,
I mean, we still never know. FaZe could win.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, FaZe is beatable. If FaZe beat G2 here, Sonics go on to upper bracket final. Because I don't think the Brazilians beat another NA team.
From the east side, from Office, goes for the swing, but it's Cyber with the first. Virtue's instead the one to go down. There's still a player in Fountain. Uno's not even concerning himself with him. He's looking downstairs instead.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna
this guy has just found a kill. Souls goes 1 for 1, and because of that kill from Cyber onto Virtue, FaZe have the advantage. It's not a clean clear for G2.
No, it's not. Get in there, you zesty bestie.
It's dwindling.
Alright, let me get out of this Rocket League.
Yeah.
Rocket League while we're doing
Make
this.
a muck of things, try and make it to where positions like bathroom are a
I'm
lot
playing.
more difficult to play. You never
I
really
don't
know
think
where
that'd
these
be
are going to
best
go either,
because
but
I want to
Vita
get
King,
ranks.
He seemingly found a gap.
Oh, you're playing
They're going
ranked?
to try and expand, and
Yeah,
as
I'm
of right
playing
now,
ranked
these
Rocket League
horizons
right
for
now.
G2.
I've made 3 people forfeit. Now I'm playing against some fucking tryhard that I'm about to quit playing this game.
But as soon as I say that, a little bit of sunlight here as Alamau.
Hey, I believe in you. You'll make him quit before you quit.
What rank are you? Off of that yellow ping, they know Handy's in the area,
Unranked.
and they're going to continue to try and mark him. Handy has to know now
silver,
that the
but I
jig is
was
up.
gold.
They know that you are inside.
I don't know
of
what rank
Workshop.
I am, and I can
With the
barely hear
cross
you.
here.
This game is so
Carter
fucking loud, and I
starting to
can
get
turn the
nervous.
fuck down
35
so
seconds
goddamn loud.
remaining for G2, and they cannot find this pick they're so desperately looking for. Reaching charge out will be very close to Vita King's location.
So close, so very close, and yet Handy being fired at through a wall, a breach charge above Vita King, and they're not moving. They don't care. They have their positions. They feel they can cut off the attack, and they just remain. They hold fast. Vita King for one, Handy with the second. Their patience pays off. 2v1. We are out. Knocked down. 4-2 half for FaZe. Not at all afraid of G2's
son
attack.
of a bitch.
This feels like a heavyweight title fight right now with what we're seeing.
Putting this shit over here.
The
No, actually, that's
patience,
going
the
right in.
cadence, right into that direct jab. Little uppercut action there from FaZe. I absolutely love that cadence that we saw, especially inside of Workshop, Carter. Not overplaying their hand. Handy just slightly adjusting his location to not be found out by that drone any longer, and then reassessing things, being able to assist once G2 work their way into sight. The crosses coming in from Workshop were just too strong. There was no way for
Let's
G2
go,
to try and
G2.
fight back. And Vita King especially from that location with a big moment there inside of Bathroom as he was able to discover that case.
FaZe have the lead. No 3-3 half, this time 4-2.
They did a slow-mo on screen, and I thought it was you, Jay.
Just to bring us to overtime.
I was like, whoa, how did you do
The match
that?
at 4-2 will not be enough. A regulation 2-0. Need at least a 5-1. Need to completely dominate FaZe this defensive half, and I'm talking in the opening picks, in the intel game, in the map control. So many steps to take. And I don't think it's a shock that we see Fenrir and the Solar thrown out in this round. Obviously, as you mentioned, Azami's banned, so holding CCTV a little more difficult, but those Solus and that Fenrir following up alongside the castle makes clearing out these roams and these setups a lot more difficult to find and a lot more difficult to push through.
Yeah, I'm here for the gunplay. So
yeah, I mean, you know, there was a reweave. It was kind of the whole bit we set up at the beginning.
Most definitely. And seems like FaZe gonna add a couple extra layers to their offensive front. The Blackbeard, the biggest piece of this here. And not only that, he's rocking the SR-25.
Yeah, this is actually something we've seen from FaZe in their previous game against SSG. Souls likes to run that Blackbeard and play this Armory balcony. Now, admittedly, he did it to inconsistent success. Sometimes he died to the player in CCTV, sometimes he wasn't, but the big difference there, in that game, Souls was playing against Ashen, actively playing Azami and CC. Now with nobody actually playing in that position, he has a lot more freedom to take a fight with Virtue playing half wall.
This is a terrible situation.
So, apparently,
to open things up for himself to try and
my CEO stepped down.
But Instead, he's gonna have to try and work things in from another angle.
Yeah, I'm the current CEO of my team. Like entire CEO of the entire server.
You've been promoted.
Every of my team had to get dropped. So now I'm looking for every single member, a manager, a media manager, a coach, and I have to run the server.
No worries, I'll just post balls on the media account every day. Just balls with a laughing emoji.
Yep.
Done.
Okay. And I don't have any money to put into the thing yet.
We got a 3v3 thanks to Doki's good works. Andy's got the intel though, nice little Z-ping from that Monty. Goes for the spray transfer top main and forces Alamo back.
Can't.
Further steps
Why not?
down the main
Because I
stairs.
don't wanna. Everything's already set up. I might as well just keep it running. I'm too lazy to set it up, not too lazy to put in the work.
Virtue facing almost insurmountable pressure. Handy's able to cover the
Because I was already gonna start a new esports like 2 years ago. I made the entire thing, but I never actually made the server because I was too lazy.
They know Alamo's coming up. They know the Solus was going to be below, so they'll watch these staircases. He starts to back up, spots the Monty. Do they know he's crossed? Handy's ready for it at least. Opening Gambit on the attack, goes FaZe's way. They've got the widest lead we've seen in this series so far.
Such a hard setup to deal with, Carter. Especially for Benja. I don't think that
Handy is too handy right now. I don't like it.
But I already have a champ. Really good resume.
So much info coming in from that operator, opening a lot of different doors to our players here.
I have a champion who has a really good comp experience resume, so, and he's gonna try out for entry. Okay, so he played. He coached. Looking. Can't see. Alright, there we go. He coached a tier 3 team that they quit right before qualifiers. And it was Infamous Esports, EAC, I don't know what that is, Tango Esports, and the team that evaporated was Total Sport. Same here. We'll see how he plays and what he actually does. Now I'm looking.
T3 if you haven't won any tournaments.
In that previous round. He has been killing it. Of course, this tournament so far, going into this game, he
yeah,
was the highest rated. And in this game, yeah.
I'm guessing he was just training the people to be into the tournament.
Actually, after that last series that we did, I do believe Souls took him over. But
again, we'll just see how he plays. If he plays good and with the team, if not, well.
If a team makes it to T3 close quals, sometimes people qualify them as T3, but I think them as extremely high T4.
Yeah, it's high T4. If you haven't won anything T3, then or if you haven't won anything T4, you're not T3 for sure.
Dealing some solid damage to the drone off rip here as they've already gotten rid of 4.
4 indeed taken down. 6 drones remaining for FaZe. I'm sure the attack will be able to overcome that. Use those Dokkaebi calls they have remaining to try and find the remaining bit of intel. Look at that drone. That drone at the top of the ceiling inside of office makes up for the 4 lost. You can see Doki moving around this hatch.
Anyone
back,
I love the bird. I love the bird sweater.
Able to get that opening pick. Alamo down. We saw him fighting so aggressively for front door control, and whether or not he was still there, he's punished for it. And Cyber might punish.
I really wish they had released the shield buff so we could see it in this invitation.
That'd be hilarious.
Imagine you're on site and you just see both Monty and Blitz like full spread. Doom. Bam.
You're gonna take some damage, but he doesn't care. Ben just completely
come on, G2.
Guard, and they continue to blow this kid out of the water.
Is the Sonics game back on?
Look at this angle from Souls too.
No, Pengu and
their FaZe members stole my username.
A little bit of that rotation, but it's a tight angle. It's hard to make.
I had to change it because he took it.
G2's falling apart right now.
Down to 1 drone. A lot of this is gonna be
yeah.
heads up.
This is what last map.
On the fly. It's made easier by Uno being on 1 HP.
This is second map.
Angle's gone on red. It might not work. KDS being
who's winning?
Rain down on him from up above, but
FaZe.
FaZe won the first map.
No, FaZe won, or G2 won first map.
Okay.
Second map.
I'm watching. I just don't know about past events.
Doki, why are you sprinting?
Two different players, but only one kill. Doki's retaken up above. He's trying to prevent match point with his vault down back into courtyard.
Oh my god.
No. Just yet, Sam. Still time for Doki to make the play.
He has the chance here. Oh my god, there's no way. Doki, he sprints into it, but Vita King immediately abandons the plant.
Let's go. We're on Cafe for Sonics.
Inches away, Carter. And Doki.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch that game
with
over.
What would have been the biggest clutch at this tournament. You saw the patience, the recognition that he did not have to kill the buck yet.
Damn.
It was all there. But FaZe are just too damn good right now. They are taking it to G2 here on border.
Damn.
It is so unbelievably disgusting across the board from FaZe.
Citizen.
What they've been able to produce. Moments like this out of every player.
Did anyone else see what he said?
No, what did he say?
Being so proactive.
He said a fear or respect with a question mark in chat.
Fight between Virtue and KDS. I think maybe you can say Virtue dropping the hatch right there.
Little risky.
Doesn't know if he's got the exactly little risky, but I think he was thinking the same thing.
It was right after the Nomad
this guy
ban.
probably doesn't think I'm just gonna drop the hatch in front of him. I should be able to catch him off guard. And for some reason, KDS is like, all right, I hear switching to your secondary is faster than reloading, and what do you know? I thought 3 steps ahead.
He said, I'm gonna whip out the standard service pistol here.
Literally. Like, just ridiculous, man. The layers to all of this, because we talk about like layered defense as a concept, right? Falling back, peeling them back. But just the layers in thought that's going on here. The amount that G2 and FaZe alike, FaZe might be up 6-2, but we saw G2 on Cafe. We know they can think ahead. We know what they're capable of. It's just so ridiculous. But right now, it is FaZe firmly in the lead.
I'm calling it G2 comeback.
4 rounds separating them, but 6-2.
Let's go G2.
Unbelievable.
You know my favorite thing about Sieges, man?
What?
It's like bullet chess, but with guns.
It's bullet chess.
It really is. It is straight up bullet chess. Literally. It's so amazing. A 4-round launch phase. G2 have to be perfect, folks. This is going to be absolute insanity. If G2 win this in 2, we're going to have to see some Herculean efforts across the board here. And it all starts now. What a damn shot.
Get out of here.
Out
like,
of KDS.
You're just shut.
Uno didn't even have a moment to breathe. He didn't have a moment of recognition about what just happened to him. He's already dead, laying in a grave, and so is Souls.
But they've read into the Blackbeard. This was the pick that got FaZe the opening last time, cutting down Benjimaster. Cyber also now put to 1 HP. So there's progress being made by G2. They might have lost Uno, but they've dealt damage in terms of, well, the lack of an advantage now for FaZe and HP damage to Cyber. KDS also now facing a lot, but Cyber stays alive. Alamau falls.
There he is.
Just a slow bit, an encroachment onto G2's territory, but now here comes the big push. One flash.
I really don't see Wolves losing Cafe. I can't lie.
Holding on, but FaZe won it.
I think this is going to be a pretty strong map for Wolves.
Benja.
Then again, it was picked by Sonics.
Probably the biggest moment that we've seen for him right here. If he can shut this push down, especially after being discovered, this could be the round that they so desperately need.
Come on, Doki. No! Yeah!
Vita King
live
down with the DMR. They now know that Virtue is in behind half wall, trying to hold things down on site. We do have Doki.
I also don't think Wolves. I also don't think G2 make a comeback this map. I think they just. I think they.
No. Let the dream live.
I think they try their best, but eventually, I think it will go the way of FaZe.
Inside of a round we've seen so far, KDS, he knows where Doki is, but Virtue will find him, and it's all down to Handy.
Beginning and end. We started
the flashes, but needs to be mindful. Over towards bathroom is Shinka playing inside a piano, guns them both down. They were not expecting that steady pitter-patter of the UMP. Solus returning back to the bomb site, spotted by Ambi. will now tussle and wait for them to draw it out, but it's a cross for Sonics. The die teams. Beaver has that one covered. Grixter engaging with the Azami, now over towards Pixel, but it's Shinka's third kill to save the day. And Rexon will swing on in as P4 stops him in his tracks, denying him a chance to even get into the building.
Okay.
Wolves already having a better
switch
start
to the side
right now than they did on any of the first 6 rounds. Map number 1.
I will say I was expecting a bit more of a decisive push there from Sonics when they knew Cocktail was clear. They still had 1 fire left, 3 Candelas. I feel like they could have fired off the Warden position. They could have yanked off the other positions so that Warden can't see through those Candelas and just go in for the window repels. Citizen, the Bug, they had downside control inside the library. So even if that shot on the Solus flanks downstairs, you cannot deny the plant. I feel like that was a missed opportunity. Instead, they walk up 2 players, top white staircase, they both die from Shinka playing inside a 90, inside a piano, and the entire push gets disrupted just like that. And they still had so many pieces to work with, like I mentioned, the fire, the smoke, the Candelas. Not really seeing the potential of that round, I feel like. Most, of course, we're happy with that. They got to just sit back and wait, so now they're gonna try and catch some drones and
if I'm going to be realistic here, up until they face G2 again,
like, he's over here. He's over here. Muzzy, come on, Moke,
like,
get him.
Realistically, G2
the Muzzy pest, will get shut down.
Need to win this in order for DZ to not make upper bracket finals.
Have less intel to work with.
Or in order for DZ to not have a free upper bracket final, should I say? So I think every team here is like relatively free for DZ, apart from maybe Sonics.
I realized that.
I mean, you'd be surprised.
I think the biggest threat until they face G2 or Sonics is Virtus.pro.
You remember I, for a long time, was a very vocal Withstand disliker. I don't know if you knew that.
I think we're all okay.
Yes, but I was very vocal
I think
and then Withstand got taken out of the game, and I've still seen every now and then Reddit.
I think DZ beat Space, like, pretty easy. Could be over the maps.
Yeah, I don't know though, because
I do not get to make balance.
We'll say that, and then Space Station will have the best game of their life.
Well, I mean, Space Station are just like Wolves, in a sense, because they're a good team, but they've been shit recently, and they've only really been good at this event. And
Doggy,
I'm afraid that either one or both of them is going to hit an inconsistency wall, and they're just going to lose.
Saw the Solus getting great information on the drone work as to where it's going to come out. Sonics will now struggle to translate this early
I don't know, we saw 3 2v5s in one game.
It's none other than Cocktail.
Yes, it was FaZe that won the 2v5s, but never mind, they ended it with a flawless round.
Make their decisions, and you see the yellow pings going out rather, but can they can act upon that one. Amber just shoots the head off of Beeple.
Well, it's a map 3 for G2 versus FaZe.
So Wolves is still trying to fight back.
Deadshot knew
that's all we could ask for.
It is, yes. And now the last 2 players from Wolves in the final moment will be in a bit of a scramble. Shinka sitting at 4-0.
You know, up until
died in the previous round.
Up until KZ broke the kill record in his last game. The person who initially reached the 49 kill mark before Nesk in a best of 3 was actually Rexon.
Beautifully done on that vertical. This is the stuff I'm talking about.
The best of 1 kill record?
There's no way you could do anything because as you pointed out, Rexon saw both.
I can probably try and find it.
Somebody from Sonics will be positioned
I thought he did it off the back of the DMR, 27 or something in a single match.
And that's all she wrote.
R6 kill records.
Sonics far more formidable on their entry in round number 2 than what we saw in round number 1. Wolves just didn't really have an answer for this. Mowgli dying to the hatch above. Definitely seemed like he wasn't that inclined to fight it. And as he's trying to run away, he exposes himself in probably the worst way humanly possible. That's sloppy. For a player like Mowgli, you need him. He's one of the greatest tools that Wolves has to go up against most of the best gunners in the world. Mowgli dies early. Wolves lose a ton.
In a best of 5, it's 65, currently owned by Tyrant.
So it is incredibly important that not only does Mowgli die early from a kills perspective, but also you want.
Yeah, 65 kills.
Yeah, we know that in a best of 3 it's now 50. And we know that's by KZ. And then
you get 2 key barriers.
Yeah, Benja had the highest amount of kills at 1 at the 6th Invitational.
You will miss
I know
out
that.
on 3 following keeper barriers and not utilizing that operator to its full potential. That's not really what you want to be doing. What you do want to do, however, is have some fun when you play Rainbow Six Siege. And there is no more fun and enjoyable operator to play than Blitz in my world. Geo usually plays the Monty.
It is currently owned
Blitz play. This round will be one
by
of those. You combine that with the Lion, with the Capital, and the
with 27 kills. But it has been tied by Valentino, who is on the Falcons roster with 27 and 7 as well.
And it's Geo to come in and get the first pick. It was a little bit
But it's not been beaten. The best of 1 kill record is 27 by Palu.
But that's okay. Mowgli dies as well. What did we say the key was here? Not have Mowgli die early. Well, first 45 seconds is quite early.
Geo, you zesty, man.
Yeah, Valentino tied it in a Mena game.
For another round to find his first kill. I don't know how Geo got away with that, but did you see the look on P4's face? That frustration as it starts to set in. And if Sonics can keep breaking the spirits of Wolves and get in their heads, I imagine an early timeout will have to be burned by Wolves, which again, as we saw in map 1, will greatly benefit us.
Oh boy. You put Geo.
Thing is about Wolves though is I don't know if it's the same for Space Station, but I think their inconsistency comes down to the fact that like they're a really easy team to break the mental of. They're a really easy team to just piss off in the game. Like they'll get like pretty mad if they start losing. So I think Sonics being up a map here is going to be huge for them. Because it's like I guarantee you the mental on the side of Wolves is fucking ruined right now.
So there will likely be a step back for this team, and what I am so smart.
It's almost like you've been casting for a long
time. Are these the only 2 teams at SI with female coaches?
7 years of Rainbow Six. Pretty crazy to think.
And they're playing against each other?
Wolves have called a timeout, and
I'm pretty sure they are.
Lilun does not look happy. In the
Wait, who's Bleed's coach? No, Bleed's coached by Julia.
I get it. And you come into this, riding the high of beating W7M, having high expectations, finally beating that seeming like curse.
The only unknown factor to me is
you
Bliss.
Often get grouped, you don't really make it to main stage, and there's just this one game between you and the crowd, essentially, right? And that's where you want to go. Of course, there's a lower bracket run, like possibly here for Wolves or Sonics, whoever loses. But you've already lost the first map. You didn't really show up. You're not.
And Bliss have a male coach. Yeah, I think these 2 are the only 2 female coaches in SI right now.
Difficult circumstances. Playing 2 best of 3s in a day, and the first one taking
and they're against each other.
Distance. It's hard to ramp up for the second
Interesting.
one.
That's funny.
It does look like Wolves are a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, no
it is, to be fair.
Are Space Station and Dark Zero playing tonight?
Yeah. So all of the round 1 and round 2 games for the upper bracket tonight, and then we see lower bracket tomorrow, I think.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, honestly, I am worried about the Dark Zero game.
Lower bracket tomorrow.
Yeah. I am worried about Dark Zero Space Station because Dark Zero has already played today. But it was like a 7-4, 7-1, so...
Yeah, Dark Zero are chilling it.
I would say Wolves is that first big challenge.
Plus, I mean, they're warmed up.
They've been looking mighty fine. I also want to point out, speaking of Ambi earlier and his vibes,
well, you say that, but most teams get ruined after a pause, so...
I gotta go back and watch the DZ game from earlier, though. I never really did to see it.
The Liquid game?
You get one and you get one and you get he's loving it.
Bolo was quiet, and I think they got carried by Nath again. Nath and NJR.
Yeah.
Bolo was what?
Bolo was quiet. Like, as in, I think he only got like 5 kills in the 7-1.
Yeah, Bella's been doing kind of bad recently.
But it's like NJR and Nath are just like,
but yeah,
they've got the team on their back.
I don't think they care either. Everyone else is doing their job.
Oh yeah. Like, everyone else is doing their job, but I'm saying like in factor of kills, like they're
factor of kills,
like,
yeah, for sure.
They're definitely just like they've got the team on their back and they're just pulling them.
Maybe not too great depth.
That's like I will say with
incredibly excited to be here.
With Bo, like he is doing his job, you know. He's doing part of it, but I mean
the thing about the Dark Zero game though, is it's the only first round upper bracket game that went to 2 maps. Every single one went to 3 except that game.
And I think for somebody like Ambi, he's genuinely pumped to be in the position.
And it was dominant. Like it was.
I don't know. I think Bolo has to turn it up a few notches if they want to. If they really want to make it.
In a game of inches, like they're just. That's crazy. Come on.
Wait, in a game of inches, what?
There's
2 separate players from
Wolves. It's just crazy. It's my exact talking points. I mean,
but he's slaughtered, and this timeout for Wolves is about
they're stealing you.
To the exact same result as the round.
Yeah, they watch Siege double shot before every
they got the bean boozled in there.
Yeah.
Now stealing the shit you say. Next thing you know, they're gonna end the stream with
that it can't get worse than a flawless round.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Imagine, that'd be hilarious.
From here on out. Donix back-to-back flawless.
I think the best part is Fabian is on the analyst desk along with the rest of them.
At some point in the stream, they're gonna be like, "Oh, there's plenty of Siege you could be watching. We're glad you're here with us."
Ayo.
Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna see that from Penguin and Darrow. Ayo, let's go.
There's just no
They'll even do the high five.
ways in for Wolves. They probably really wish the Valkyrie was open. Guess what, Sonics? They had the same idea. You guys love intel. You want to make decisions knowing what's happening? Well, we're going to remove that from you.
I genuinely thought Wolves would have like some strength on this map, but I think their mental's broken.
Away by Sonics as well, and the Wolves are running around blind on this map. I am surprised we've yet to see some Echo, some Maestro, some more bulletproof cameras.
Mowgli's probably crying, P4's probably pissed about it, Bibu's probably trying to bring back the vibe. And actually, like,
if Dark Zero and Sonics can pull off the only matches of the day, not going to 3 maps for this, then I will be happy.
I don't know if it'll be the only matches of the day that go to 2 maps. I mean, we do still have Virtus Pro versus NIP.
Because they don't know. Now, Sonics keep flexing things around. I will say
Dark Zero might be the only team to win 2 games in a row that are 2-0.
Flexible team now. They play the shields, they play
but
they can play
I don't know about that just because they've already played.
I mean, if they beat Space Station 2-0, then they've got 2 in a row.
Yeah,
they're 1 match away from that. Oh, not map. They're 1 match away from that.
I will say they do a great job of getting refrags off Bolo. They do usually get the refrags off Bolo, which helps, but I don't know. I want to see a little bit more from Bolo, you know? I want to get a little bit more.
Yeah, they replaced 2 for Bolo, or dropped 2.
Well, I know they dropped Rice. Was it Gavini?
I think
no, Gavini was dropped for Knife.
Then it was Rice.
Kind of confusing.
Whichever one was wasn't. No, Gavini was the fragger, right?
I'm pretty sure it was Gavini and Rice who were dropped, right?
Yeah, Gavini and Rice were dropped.
Yeah, so it was
whichever one of those was the fragger was dropped for Knife.
I thought Rice was soft.
And then Bolo was picked up as a flat.
Yeah, but I think whoever stopped for Bolo currently wasn't a very good idea. Not yet, at least. I mean, Bolo is coming right back to the pro scene after taking a break from it, so.
Ambi, no!
Rexen
1v5. Rexen 1v5.
Bibu is every kill so far, Nick. This position that he's playing inside of prep is doing so much damage. And we're about to see a 3rd flawless in a row, but not from the team in teal. It'll be at the hands of Wolves. Rexen is last man to get into the building. Wolves actually.
That was some nice alliteration.
There you go.
The team in teal.
So Wolves.
I feel like Fabian is crying right now because G2 lost.
In a row.
I mean, Fabian's the left hero now.
I kind of wish we saw more of that.
I saw something. Who was it who posted it?
And Baker trying to think this is going to be
Fresh.
the main execute. Everybody rotate over. Maybe
somebody posted something. He's like, I talked with Pangu before the Invitational. We're looking for two.
What? He was very much on his lonesome. Ambi and the crew.
Somebody was teasing like the comeback. Pangu. Who was it? Shit, I heard this.
Probably Fresh because Pangu played for Fresh's team. Like
it might have been.
Like funny. It was like a funny team.
Looking to go 4-2 up in round.
So it might have been like a joke tweet.
Whereas Wolves want to equalize. Every round they can get, they'll take it. And every single member is slowly getting on the board. Again, another slow start for Wolves. That shot, not a kill to his name yet. P4 got the first one. Mowgli sitting on 2. But it seems like, unlike against W7M, where every player was activated on the board working together as a team, it has been more of individual moments here for Wolves. I want to see more trades coming through, them playing close together. Because whenever Sonics, they start shooting at you, it's not just one gun. It's 2 or 3. You gotta either match it or play around it. Forces see both smoke and mutinous rounds, so not the greatest guns, the bomb site per se, if you want to play long range. SMG11, while great up close, well, at a long distance, it can be hard to hit your shots, even if you're a pro player.
We've seen pro players miss quite a lot so far in this event, Nick. Shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody that reacclimating to this game after being away from matches for so long could require a little bit of time. There's the shooting range in the game that you can warm up on. And of course other third-party games that you can use to train your aim.
Glitter, do you remember Jihu from the Malta calls?
Oh yeah.
You're a man of money, huh?
No free advertising.
Glitter, I can't hear you.
Did your podcast ever get a sponsor?
Hello?
Oh, there we go. I can hear you.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I remember them.
So you don't love money, okay?
Yeah, like a bunch of them were picked up for the new Elevate roster.
Let's go.
It's Ubisoft.
So it's like them, Speakeasy. I think it's going to be a pretty good roster.
Slowly going to
and I think if Elevate can do well with that roster, then we could see like some new faces in Pro League.
Did you see that new fucking reveal for ESA? That shit looks dope as hell.
No.
Yeah. Oh, the announcement with his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in it.
Oh, God, that's right. You were in it.
Gotta use that scanner, buddy. If you don't, you might just get C4.
I haven't rated Diana. You have to give me a break.
And then the opening was Rad.
CB
who
was
is
tucked
one of
away in
the
the corner.
directors
Gets it down on
for
Rexon before dropping away. This is
ESA.
relatively slower pace so far.
Neo is on fire.
I think the appropriate consideration to this defense of Wolves. Neo with 2 immediately. The remaining 3 players on Wolves, all of them.
Appropriate consideration.
Rex has been pulled back from the depths of hell, brought back to life. So the numbers advantage at the moment is for the Sonics. They've got 35 seconds to get into the bomb site and make something work with it. Geo likes what he sees above, but if he drops down in the laundry, it's Mowgli who will be punishing him. At close range, there goes one of the track stingers. Down goes P4. Mowgli will be, at this point, the savior of the round as he is the last man.
Oh my gosh.
For a 4-2 first round. Mowgli inside Alonga makes his position known, takes out Geo. Diffuser will need to be retrieved, but Mowgli is killing time well enough.
Oh, Mowgli.
The odds just were too heavily stacked against
Yeah, that's
him.
what I was saying.
And Citizen gets the final kill of that half.
Glitter.
Sonics.
Is Glitter even here?
4-2.
Yeah, I'm here.
So there's this league that started out that's looking for casters. Glitter, are you and Run interested for it?
Depends. What's the pay details?
He's a lethal player, of course. He holds.
It's just a free league. The prize pool's like $100. I don't know. You'll have
it also depends if the organizers are transphobe. We saw that with Polar League.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I got a message about it today, not too long ago about it.
What league is it?
Sonics will have to step up on defense
Voodoo League,
as well.
VDL, or whatever it
in a
is.
very different position though. Operator lineup and bomb side very much.
I've never heard of the dude
different
before, but
Bringing
apparently
up
he's
the
running this
pulse
free
and
league,
the echo,
and it's like for
heavily
like
favored
$100.
On top of that,
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
when they go off, just
There's already like 12 teams in there, so it's already pretty full.
They need 3 spots, yeah.
Mining and dining bomb side.
No, all those spots are filled.
Otati, WSG Otati messaged me.
Can play it as if it were.
Yeah, maybe, depending. We usually prioritize the paying gigs, of course, but you can send me an invite to the league.
You can confirm with him what you want to talk about for paying. I'll be honest, I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure. If it's a $100 prize pool, there's no way he's paying. It's a free league.
They go for limited.
Yeah, it says casted games though, so.
Oh, well, if he's got a budget for
whether
it,
it's
you know,
him.
I do some free leagues. Don't get me wrong. You know, I do some free ones. So. Not out of the realm. What are the teams involved?
Open up those hatches.
I will tell you right now, the teams that are signed up are Vought Trinity, 777, which is mine, Wolf Season Gaming, Do It Squirt, Project EO, Mafia, Task Force 1 for 1.
P4 got that one huge kill.
I don't even know how to pronounce the 8th one. Arcade Gatekeepers, Goddamn Gaming, White Lotus Esports, and Verified Gaming.
I've only heard of like 2 of those teams.
White Lotus, I know.
Mafia, Spookido, Project EO is, I believe, Tox's team. Do It Squirt is Vivix's team.
When you say Mafia, are you saying like Mafia Squad? Like
phenomenal from this position.
They just titled it Mafia.
Carrying.
Possible dead shot on in. 0 kills for Deadshot still.
Task Force 1 for 1 is muted. I don't know Zach.
Overpowering Wolves.
Holy shit.
I know Verify Gaming, I know White Lotus.
There's only 2 positions that Geo can
Godded Gaming, I don't know. But I was gonna say I've seen Baz and Gangster before. Wolf Season Gaming is their own team.
Yeah.
Oh, they have Freelo on there?
But who's there? It's
Arcade Gaming is Nash and App's job.
Oh, that's just a fucking toxic stack. That's not surprising. That's a pub.
Yeah. Project EO is Debos, Porkins, Gunny, Miyuki, and
when you have these kind of
toxic stacks are like the most fun teams to play against, though, because you know you're gonna get in their head by saying like nice try, or like question mark.
A lot of these are just pug. There's a lot of pug stacks.
And as long as the
link
doesn't
you can send me an invite to the server. I'll take a look at it.
I did.
Dabos, Porkins, Gunny Ox. Porkins is on a new team. Good for him.
Yeah. But doesn't he generally pub stack?
He only found 2 so far.
I don't know. Because he played for. Yeah, he was with Evil Connections for a bit, and then.
I will say though, I think the 2 toxic stacks in that entire thing is going to be Arcade Gatekeepers and my stack.
As fun as you might think, unless of course.
Because my stack because my stack is literally myself, Dread, Gil, and Chappie so far.
I was gonna say you're gonna be toxic too, don't you lie?
Yeah.
You got Chappie. Come on, don't lie.
He's a great IGL though. I love it.
It's not that toxic. It hasn't got me on it.
Yeah. He's a professional toxic here.
Is this who I think it is?
I'm a professional shit talker.
Glugnug, I've never heard of him.
Oh, Trinity is. If that's the same Trinity that I know. I mean, it's a valid Trinity, but still. If that's the original Trinity that I've gone against, that team is crazy. But there's a lot of pub stacks in there. It's gonna be a lot of like stupid shit, for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna see me being me. So yeah, because I left out going.
90 seconds to go.
I heard that.
No, there's actually it's not unfortunate. I left it for actually a pretty good reason. The manager Jackal was trying to make me play like him when I'm not him. You know what I mean? Like it was very toxic.
So they'll be a bit blind playing.
Like it was weird.
No, you're good. Yeah, I say unfortunate. Yeah, I say unfortunate, but I would play for Outgoing when they originally started an R6 team. I was on the first one they had, and as a team we left Outgoing. So
because
it was just the opportunities were better at other places, and we were trying to get like fees and stuff for leagues, and of course he said, you know, just let us know, but there wasn't really a presence. There's no work for coach, there was not a whole lot of things, although I think the communication was spotty between my captain at the time and King Claus. No, it was Stan.
No, Jackal does not know what he's fucking doing, bro. It honestly pissed me off. It caused Outlaw to leave, it caused Glitch to leave, it caused Jake to leave, and it caused me to leave.
Yeah, that's the shit that just sucks. Is when shit like that happens. No, that was like...
Did Outlaw join you guys?
No.
P4 was so vocal up against W7M.
He's a good idea, I'd recommend him.
Bringing up the vibe,
if you need players.
Strategy, and trying to problem
I sent you the invite to the server,
There's not a whole lot of talking from the side of Wolves. They seem very much demoralized.
So
I'm gonna go back.
For reference, Citizen currently has a 1.36 player rating. He has the highest plus on KD with +4.
I'm gonna go back to my VC with my team.
And he also has the highest entry plus with 11.
Down the white staircase, but they don't know where Grixer is.
NJR has the highest cost with 80%. Deadshot has the most clutches with 7, and Canadian has planted 16 times for the most plants.
And they just clean it up. Rexon will have some fun jumping out a window and in another after that, or jumping out rather a window and in another.
So as much as Citizen doesn't have the highest kills, he has the best KD ratio.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say with
the IQ, the RAM, the buff.
With Outgoing, it's not that they're a bad order. They've had some crazy teams. When we were there, their Call of Duty team was close to pro, from what I knew. Outgoing Esports, they had a Call of Duty team that was top notch, but it was like I do love King Plaza, all that kind of stuff, but at the time there wasn't much support.
NJR is also second for player rating and second for plus on KD.
Recognize and realize that it is clear and start doing that vertical.
And he's second by 1.
3 rounds for Wolves in the previous
map. He's
that was their
5th for plus on entry.
At the moment with 2 rounds. This is Sonic's map.
And that's it.
Expect SQ to do well.
NJR is close to top on 4 different ones, and actually on the top on one of them.
It is a defender-sided map, as we come to know.
The Citizen's also second on cost as well, with 77%.
Losing this series.
So they're both
fewer rounds than in their
nearly on 4 each
of their matchup against W7M, which is just a shocker. Obviously, it does stand tall as a lesson.
See, literally, this is the shit that I want to teach, is the RAM use locations. Because you can use her in so many ways, but it's perfect right there.
Deadshot having 7 clutches just screams my team shit. Then again, he's
excuse me. I was unfamiliar with your game. Grixer's luck runs out though to P4. But still, so much damage is done to P4.
Deadshot's currently 0-8, that's mental.
Sonic's at 45 seconds to find...
Well, this game's over.
Ghost of P4 and Beaver.
Grixer have been stealing
Sonic's win this easy.
in these rounds. I cannot believe it.
P4 with a 10 HP going in for the clutch. Now he's going to whiff 20 shots on the sky.
This is unbelievable from Sonic's.
P4's the most consistent, one of the most consistent Europeans.
P4 will fire away, but I think
I do like him.
Yeah, statistically, he actually did whiff like an entire magazine, to be fair.
Yeah. He did, but like that's just the way it happens, because when there's 4 people, you're getting shot from multiple directions. It's like you're flicking to where their shots are, but they're moving. Yeah.
Oh, look at Citizen and Ambi. You see that? They like
domination.
Looked at each other and like spread their arms.
adding Ambi seems to have been the secret weapon because they are
and then just
better than ever.
Jumped in for a hug, essentially.
You can argue that Wolves, it's tough, 2 best-of-3s in a row. Well, the reason why Sonics just played now for the first time is simply because they are flawless in their group, going 4-0. Only 2 teams here did it. It was Sonics and G2. They put themselves here in the favorable upper bracket spot and only had 1 game today. And with that victory,
well, there you go. Only 2 teams so far to have a 2-0 scoreline in any of their matches are the NA teams.
Ambi